Okay, we are live. Picture this. Gal Gadot as Excella Gione flirting with Wesker. If you behave yourself. I could already hear Gal Gadot doing. She would be a great Excella though. I mean, for what it's worth, Excella's acting is kind of bad anyway, so it'd be a perfect fit for Gal Gadot.
Wesker. Oh.
Wesker, give me the stuff. The antidote. Oh my god, that would just tickle me silly. No, I think she would be perfect casting for Excella. Not to mention, like, every time the topic of Gal Gadot's acting comes up, like, the rebuttal is, oh, leave her alone, she's beautiful. And I'm like, like, what? That doesn't work like that. Unless you're maybe Halle Berry. No, I'm just playing. I like Halle Berry. I don't think Halle Berry has a lot of range, but I like Halle Berry as an actress. So what she can do effectively. And most movie stars don't have a lot of range. I feel like most movie stars are good at a select few things. Like The Rock, for example. I'm not gonna see The Rock like winning an Oscar anytime soon, but like The Rock is very good at doing The Rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same with Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds does Ryan Reynolds very well, but I'm not over here like, and the Academy Award goes to Ryan Reynolds! Yeah, that's no shade.
Yeah, that movie where he got his insides.
You must have loved that.
Didn't really get to see it, but popped up some blood.
Oop. And, oop. But no, I just, I don't know, I just think that, yeah, there's nothing wrong with movie stars just doing what they do very well. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Arnold, for example. I don't think I've ever expected Arnold to win, like, an Oscar, but, like, we all know Arnold can do Arnold, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think Gal Gadot is that amusing to do. I don't know. I think she's very wooden at times. And, like, I think the reason that when I first started to realize she could not act, and Wonder Woman really had me going. I'm like, ooh, she's a perfect Diana. I love this accent. And I'm like, oh no, that's just her talking normally. That's not really like her slipping into character. But I think when I started to realize that, like, she can't act, it was somewhere between 1984, Wonder Woman 1984, and Death on the Nile. Like, I didn't finish Death on the Nile. I think I got halfway through, and I was like, ooh, ain't nobody in this movie really doing a good job. And then everybody was coming after Rachel Zegler, like, oh my god, she's terrible, Snow White. I'm thinking to myself, we have a more immediate problem in the room, and that is Gal Gadot as the evil queen, knowing dang well that should have been Lady Gaga's role. I think Lady Gaga would have...
make some, like, Photoshop pictures of that?
Maybe.
Wearing the outfit.
I think she would have ate in that role. I don't really know Rachel Zegler that well to, like, justify if she could play Snow White or not. I heard she was, if you're, like, not obsessed with her, like, that she's not white. Like, I heard she was the best part of that film. I don't know if that's true. I didn't see the movie. I just think Snow White's kind of a boring character. I know she's one of my...
Once they put it on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I'm not going to theaters and paying for it. But, I just think that...
Her singing sounded amazing from what the little bit I heard.
Yeah, I just personally, and this is just my opinion, I already watched the live action Snow White, and Charlize Theron was the evil queen, and she ate that role up and down. Like, she was amazing. No, did you see it though? Did you see it? Did you see it though?
Yes, I saw it.
Did she not eat that roll up and down?
Yes, of course. But like, I just think it's funny that you're just like,
Gal
play this character really well. Charlize Theron,
and she could. Listen, Chris. No, Chris. Listen. Charlize Theron can play me in my own biopic. Okay, I don't care that she is a white woman. Call it racist all you want. I give my blessing.
There's a movie talking about the life of Rosa Parks. You know who I think would be a good
Charlize Theron. Oh my gosh. Okay, maybe not. Don't do that. No, but what I love about her is Girlfriend looks like a completely different person sometimes in these different roles. I'm like, who is that? When I saw her in Monsters, I'm like, that's the girl from Aeon Flux? No way! So I was shook. Shooketh. But, sometimes I hate when the farming simulators do festivals when you're right in the middle of like something like you're in the middle of a mission and you're like trying to be unbothered and here's a cutscene and by the way, you can't do anything today because it's a festival. Come fish with us. And I'm like, no! You know? Fine. But, no, I do think, in my opinion, I know everyone's like, Jennifer Lawrence is one of the best actresses ever. No, she's not. Like, she's good. I will give her a B-tier actress. But Jennifer Lawrence really showed her range with Mystique and how she is not capable of every role. Oh my god, she was a terrible Mystique. When I heard Mystique was coming back for Avengers Doomsday, I was like, oh my god, please don't let it be Jennifer Lawrence! And it's Rebecca Romaine, thank god. But like, I had a quick like flash of like, I was scared. I think Rebecca Romaine was a superior Mystique. No, you didn't. You're just on drugs.
I'm not saying as Mystique. I just like her as a person and an actress. That is what I know of her anyway.
I think she was miscast. I think she's a good actress, but she was horribly miscast.
Obviously, she's great in Hunger Games, and she's excellent in comedies. Like that movie.
What's that one? Where they were dating and stuff? And they had Nicki Minaj in the trailer.
I've seen it like 3 times. Come on now.
It's like where like in the trailer, she's like, I can lick it, I can ride it while you slip up inside. Ah, it came out recently, right?
Like maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It's back. It's where she's being paid or compensated for dating these people's son. Trying to help him.
It's good because the trailer looks good.
It's very good. I've seen it 3 times. That movie is great. It's very funny. She is an excellent comedian or like comedic actress.
I used to be a big fan of hers before the X-Men movies.
Her stuff, her punani in that movie.
Wait, the top or lower? The bottom.
Of what?
No, the upper half or the lower? Is it like the lower, the lower half she showed?
She showed. I mean, it's not like they studied it. It wasn't meant to be sexual.
Oh, okay.
She was
like,
just
what?
naked, and she was naked, and she beat the crap out of some teenagers on the beach that stole her clothes while they were skinny dipping. So she confronted them, and she body slams one of them, and it's like you just see Jennifer Lawrence vagina with.
I love how someone joins the stream. Not on my stream, Chris.
I said vagina.
I didn't know that happened in the movie. No, I was surprised because I remember there was a big ordeal with Jennifer Lawrence. I think she was on the beach or something in real life. And like I think like her bra like on the swimsuit came off, and I think like the paparazzi took pictures, and she was like really pissed about it. So I'm surprised to hear this. Like it's like I guess
that's the difference between consent and not.
Yeah, no, I completely understand. It's just I remember she was devastated, and I'm just like, I think a lot of celebrities like when their nudes leak, Like, there's sometimes, like, I don't care anymore. Like, I've noticed that with a trend with certain celebrities. Like, at first it's like, and then, like, afterwards, like, a lot of the times, they kind of just don't care as much. Like, yeah, I already seen it. Might as well make it look, you know, I've noticed that, you know who else was? Rihanna did that, too. Because I think Chris Brown leaked her nudes back in, like, after they stopped dating. Like, after that incident where they got into that, altercation. And then now Rihanna's, like, the most, you know, I think, I love Rihanna, but I've seen her times more nude than, like, against my will. No, not that I care or anything. It's just, like, it just pops up and I'm like, oh, or it's a music, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see her new music video. Hope she's naked in this one, too. Like, you know. But I love Rihanna. I'm not complaining. I mean, she built a whole lingerie empire around it. Yeah. So, I mean, like, is anyone really going to complain for seeing Rihanna, like, be super sexy and, you know, show off her goodies? No, no one's going to, even the gays. I'm just surprised for Jennifer Lawrence. Chris Evans, now that I have your attention, go vote. That was such a, like, was he, like, live streaming?
Yeah, I think he was doing something live from his phone, and then he just started to... How does that work? Like a screen capture video?
I don't. It showed like his gallery, I think.
Yeah, like he was trying to close the phone down or close the recording down, and it showed his photo gallery, and it's just like, oh. Apparently, he takes pictures of things. I mean, granted, a lot of people do, but it's just so weird to think of a celebrity doing that.
Can I also say, with the way that flashed by so quickly, like, I am really surprised. That's the internet, though. They'd be like, let's do the entire gallery. And I'm like, I would never analyze that quick because it was fast.
I think of him as a really good guy, but that picture of himself that says guard your...
Yeah, protect the cap.
Like, come on now. I think of you as a really good guy and an ally, and then you gotta have a picture like that makes you seem narcissistic and a little bit
trashy,
perverted.
But you know, he's kind of been a little trashy back in the day, because I remember him and Hawkeye were making jokes about like Scarlett Johansson having a prosthetic leg or something like that. You remember?
And then pictures of them looking or checking out Elizabeth Olsen's cleavage.
What?
On the red carpet, there's like, granted, I feel like that could happen at any time. You snap the photo at the right moment, you can catch anything. But yeah, there was that picture of him next to Elizabeth Olsen on the red carpet, and he's like looking directly at her cleavage, smiling. But I'm like, oh my god, your eyes can literally just flicker down there for a second. Everybody, I mean, it's gonna happen.
Well, that
obviously, he's smiling. It's on the red carpet, so like.
With that being said, like, let's be real. Chris Evans has kind of always been a little bit of like a raunchy sex symbol to a degree. I mean, let's be for real.
That's how he started almost.
Yeah, like, this is Johnny Storm. Yeah, that too. Like, we already know what time it is. Stop acting brand new. We all know he's a little bit of a... I don't want to say...
The first movie I ever saw him in was Cellular, and that was fantastic.
I don't want to say he's a slime ball, but like, he wasn't always squeaky clean Captain America. Let's be real. You know what I mean?
I honestly don't care. I like him being a little bit raunchy.
Yeah.
I actually was disappointed when he said he regretted the photo shoots that he used to do.
What do you mean?
Ones that are really, like, really, you know, like...
Are those the ones? Yeah, but he wasn't showing like any dick or anything in there. It was just kind of like him sweating.
Full-on nudity. It was like maybe some ass crack or something.
Yeah, like it was very.
They were sexual.
It was sweaty and like, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. That wasn't that bad. I thought that was tasteful.
You saying you regretted that? And I'm like, really? Come on now, give us. We want that.
Well, no, I thought it was really tasteful. No, I mean it wasn't like, I don't know, like. I know you ain't trying to talk about, like, things and what's tasteful and what's not now. Like,
I know. That's still my celebrity husband, even though he's white.
I like Henry Golding still. That's like my celebrity crush still right now.
Henry Golding? Who's that?
The dude from Crazy Rich Asians.
Oh, yeah.
who probably should have played Namor, but the guy who got to play Namor's fine too, so I'm not even mad at it. Apparently, he's gonna be in the next Avengers movie. Yeah, he is fine. Like, the guy that got picked. Oh my god, speaking of Namor, y'all remember when they had to, like, CGI his bulge down because it was too big?
Right.
Like, that was so insane to me. I'm like, who says, yeah, you know, you're packing too much heat in there. Let's get the special effects department in here. Like, what?
That's insane to me. Like, okay, come on now. You're not like... You wouldn't do that with breasts. Like, you wouldn't be like, oh, they're too huge. We have to CGI them down.
Well, hold on. They did that with Velma and Daphne and Scooby-Doo.
They CGI'd their breasts down?
They CGI'd more clothing over their breasts.
Right.
Like the slit went down too low, I guess, because it was showing with the cleavage, and the slit kind of did it where it kind of covers up that little, you know.
I just thought it first.
Well, apparently it was supposed to be like that, but they're like, no, you can't make Scooby-Doo sexualized. And they're like, okay, let's dial it down in post.
We had a whole scene in the locker room in bikini.
They cut that. No, that's a deleted scene.
No, I remember seeing that in the movie. Come on.
No, I remember seeing it. The lies. Seventh of Belial. Seventh of Belial.
I think I remember seeing someone put it as a deleted, or say it was a deleted scene, and if they cut it, I remember this.
So I watched it on DVD, and I did not see that in there. But I mean, I believe you, of course. It's just I wonder if they cut it because, like, I could only imagine it being like some mom. Turn that off. Turn that. Ow! Why is Velma in the locker room? Turn that off.
Oh, because she was gorgeous.
She was. People debate if she's hotter than Daphne. I'm still Team Daphne. You are not coming for my Sarah Michelle Gellar. That's one of my childhood girl crushes.
I'm just going to put them on equals. They're equals.
I am just saying.
Linda Cardellini is gorgeous.
I will say this.
She's still beautiful.
I was gonna. Let me say it. I think that. No shade to Sarah Michelle Gellar. We all get older, but like Linda like looks the same.
I mean, you can tell she's older, but
honestly, she looks prettier in my opinion. Like, I think she looks even better, in my opinion.
I really like that show she was in with Christina Applegate, Dead to Me, with Cyclops.
James Marsden.
Yeah, that was a good show.
I will say this though, I do think I like Sarah Michelle Gellar. Let me not talk about her. She's amazing. But
isn't she in something? Isn't she?
Her husband is going to be in. I know she did last summer. They had a cameo of Sarah Michelle Gellar, a little photo of her on her grave.
Her grave? Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Wait,
she survived. Oh yeah. I still stand by that fact that when they axed her off in that movie got so boring right after. I was like, what's the point of watching this? Like,
I mean, I understand, kind of, because you can't kill Jennifer Love Hewitt. Like, you couldn't do that. She was too much of a, like, you know, America's sweetheart type actress.
Yeah, that's why they didn't axe off Brandy either. Because you know damn well Brandy came out at the end hobbling out like, hey guys. And I'm like, I get
her arm like Resident Evil, Danger style.
With that being said, though, like, I watched that movie recently and I'm sitting here to myself thinking, like, okay, like, you clearly did not stab her. Like, are we just going to pretend like you didn't realize you didn't stab the woman that fell through the window or door or whatever the heck she fell through? It just felt very much like a fake out. It was very much a fake out, you know what I mean? Not that I'm mad, because I wanted Brandy to survive. And you know I'd have been pissy if, like, the black girl would have died. But I love Brandy. And honestly, if she doesn't come back for the sequel, I'm not watching it. And do you want to know what they said? Because she wasn't in the trailer. They released a trailer for the new I Know What You Did Last Summer. And they asked about it. They're like, "Is Brandy coming back? Like, gonna have to go watch the movie?" And I'm like, "No, you better tell me before I watch the movie, or else I'm gonna watch the movie." You know what I mean? You're playing games. Absolutely not.
You better go watch it. Excuse me. I'm asking this question because whether I watch it or not is contingent upon the answer.
Like, not to be that person, but Freddie Prinze Jr. ain't as fine as he used to be back then. Like, you need to give me a little bit more incentive to see this movie. It's a whole bunch of new characters.
Yeah, he still looks alright, but...
Okay, in my defense, though, I never thought he was like... Well, I thought he was kind of cute in Scooby-Doo, but like... I mean, let's be honest.
I know he'd be more muscular. I think of Freddy as being quite muscular, and he's just, you know... Let's
be honest. The sex appeal from the men was not Freddie Prinze Jr. in that first movie. That honor goes to old boy from Cruel Intentions. Not Sebastian. That's his name in Cruel Intentions. What's his name?
Ryan Philippe?
Yeah, he was, for me, he was the sex symbol of that movie.
Yeah, I used to think he was quite attractive.
It's kind of interesting, though, that like Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr. were both in that movie, and they like, kind of ended up being like for real lovers in real life. Like, that's kind of cute.
It's nice.
They're like, oh, y'all
they've stayed together all this time, despite being, you know, most Hollywood couples don't.
I will say that, like, Sarah Michelle Gellar, just listening to her in interviews and stuff, she seems like a person I want to be friends with in real life. Like, she just seems like that kind of person who, Granted, does she have any black friends? No, we need to ask these questions, because if you don't got a single black friend, I never know I start looking at you funny. Have we seen Sarah Michelle Gellar hang out with anybody black?
How would you know?
Well, I know she is friends with Selma Blair in real life. She is friends with Ryan Philippe in real life. She is friends, and she was friends with Shannon Doherty in real life, to like even up to her death. Like, they would really talk and go over each other's houses. And obviously, she's married to Freddie Prinze Jr. So I'm like, have we seen Sarah Michelle Gellar with any black people in general at all, or is she? I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. Maybe I might be half serious. But no, and all for real though, for real. Let's be serious. I feel that I think she's gorgeous. I'm actually offended a lot of your friends don't know who she is. She's just in so many movies I like. Like, I love The Grudge. The Grudge 1 at least. The Grudge 2 was... And The Grudge 3 was... Oh my god, The Grudge 3 was just... The Grudge 2 was a hot mess too, and they axed her off like very early in the movie. But I thought, obviously, you know, she was fun in Scooby-Doo. But yeah, it's interesting, because I think Freddie Prinze Jr. and, I was gonna say Daphne, and Sarah Michelle Gellar started dating during the Scooby-Doo movies, if I'm not mistaken, right? That's when they started to really, like, get serious? To our knowledge, at least. Because he was Freddy.
Yeah.
That movie was perfectly cast.
Aloha. Just remember, Scooby-Doo and Zombie Island came out way back when.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember in that Scooby-Doo movie when Sarah Michelle Gellar started doing like them Buffy the Vampire Slayer like fighting sequence? Super Matrix.
Wrestler.
Yeah! Just out of freaking nowhere. My girlfriend was spinning around like the Matrix, and I'm like, what? They probably thought they were serious when you said Scooby-Doo. They're like, oh my god, why is she doing this? Like, it's camp, fool. Like... I've noticed, like, in real life, some people really don't know what camp is. Like, I don't think not everyone gets it. Like, and don't get me wrong, if camp is done incorrectly, it can be kind of cringy, I get that. But, like, there are some people that just don't like, I don't think their brain processes it's supposed to be, you know, a bit fun, silly, over the top. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm starting to realize that. Like, I'm like, that's so fun. And they're just like, oh, it's stupid. And I'm like, you do realize it's not meant to be taken seriously, right? Like, in a Will Ferrell kind of way? Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't even have to be comedy, because it can be even... It can be, like, a fairly serious... Like, Kill Bill, I think, is campy. But
oh, yeah.
Supposed to be...
Yep. No, you're right. Silly rabbit. No, what'd she say? Like, you didn't think it'd be that easy, did you? Yeah, for a second there. I kind of did. Or even, very funny fish. Very funny!
Very funny! And it was fucking... the way she, like, double takes, like, oh what? Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Did she really just shoot at me?
Yeah, I think a lot of Quentin Tarantino's work is actually, how do I word it? He has a lot of camp in his movies. I think Death Proof was... that's another movie. I don't know if you've watched that one. I think you have, right?
I don't know. I don't think so.
That's the one where the girls are in the car. Anyways, I think there's a lot of good campiness, but, I don't know. I think a lot of the straight, like, guy audience can be a little bit loud, a very loud voice. And, like, I just personally think, like, if it's not tailored for them, they have this thing where, like, does not compute, this is not for me. This is not I'm not the target audience. Like, remember when Brie Larson said, like, you know, what was it, A Wrinkle in Time is not for, like, straight white guys, and, like, they lost their marbles? Like, oh, how dare you! Like, how dare this little story about a black girl finding her true identity not be made for me? And I was like, but where did she lie, though, in that statement? You know what I mean? And, like, I've never seen so many, like, straight, like, dudes, like, and bros get so up in arm about, like, The Little Mermaid. Like, y'all ever had any, like, skin in the game when it came to The Little Mermaid? Like, last I checked, like, none of y'all, the movie that came before it was Cinderella. Y'all didn't see that movie. Y'all didn't go see Cinderella. I will say y'all saw Aladdin, but Aladdin is kind of a little bit more male-centric, in my mind. It's maybe 50-50. I'm gonna say 40-60. But, I was just a little bit salty because I'm like, which Little Mermaid, despite, you know, you can argue the numbers, but like $500 million is still more than some of the rest of them. So, no, it's just interesting to me how, like, I don't know, I just feel like maybe it's just because we're gay people, but like we know that not everything is for us, and that's okay. Like, it's fine. It's like, okay, that's just not my cup of tea, but if you love it, great. But, like, there's certain people where, like, if they don't see themselves centered, it just seems to be a problem. And I don't get it, like...
Certain people.
Well, I'm not going into an Iron Man movie saying, where's the black gay guy? You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know, call me, I don't know. Call me old-fashioned. But I can kind of tell based on the cover of a movie. And that's why when people are like, oh, you can't judge a book by its cover, I'm like, girl, sometimes I really can. For the record, I don't think all the Iron Man movies are good, and I think that, like, people really overhyped Iron Man. Like, I think Iron Man 3 was when I was just like, you know what, y'all, these movies are not as good as you say they are. Like, Iron Man 3 literally had, like, Pepper fall off a building, and then Tony's just like, oh, well, let me go rescue the president. And I was like, like, no emotional resonance to that. And I was like, is he for real? Like, did you just literally let Pepper, like, the love of your life, falls off a building, and you just kind of like, oh, well, president, where are you? Like, he did not. That's how I knew she really, like, didn't, like, they didn't kill her off in that film. I was like, there's no freaking way frickin' Pepper falls off a building, and Tony's just like, oh well. Too bad, you know?
Too bad.
Like, he legitimately did not care. But that's, and then of course, even after she comes back, she even scolds him about it. Like, she's just like, she even kind of like gave him a hard time about like really not like doing much after she like allegedly like, you know, fell off a building. So I don't know, in my opinion, I don't know, that stuff just kind of. I thought the third Iron Man movie was without shadow of a doubt the worst fit. One of the. Okay, I lied. The worst Marvel film is Thor 2. I will never forgive that film. It is so unwatchably bad. Like, I'm not even sure the plot made sense it was that bad. You cannot convince me that Thor 2 is a good movie. Thor 1 was okay. Yeah, Thor 1 was okay. Thor 3 was fun. Thor 4 was not fun.
Thor 3 was Ragnarok, right?
Yes.
That was the only one I saw.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I thought it was pretty good.
I think I didn't like the first Captain America movie, but it grew on me after a while.
I liked it. And you can't...
I appreciate it now. I appreciate it.
Scene.
And then the booty scene too.
Whose booty?
Where he was punching the punch. Or was that Avengers? There was something where he was punching like No?
I can't remember. He always looks beautiful to me, so.
You are beautiful. And
that one where he's ripping apart the logs. Like, ugh.
Ugh. Yeah, no, Chris. I think Chris Evans is cute. I think out of the MCU guys, though, it goes to Namor for me. Like, he is just drool.
Not just about looks.
I don't know. I think Chadwick Boseman was pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chadwick Boseman was fine. For a minute there, I would say, Star-Lord, but then I fell out of that very quickly. I was like, never mind. Never mind. Please tell me this. Flower shop closed on Mondays, and guess what day it is?
Mondays.
Truck me. Dude, there's a blizzard going on in this game. So who is your favorite character in the MCU? Obviously it's gotta be one of the girls.
I don't like to pick a favorite anymore.
I don't like to pick a favorite, but it's actually Scarlet Witch. No, I'm just
I do think probably overall.
I like her, but they just handle her character so poorly, and like Elizabeth Olsen is like saving that character from like bad writing. Don't you think?
She does feel pretty dramatically different from moment to moment.
Like, as soon as we got Scarlet Witch,
this is the same person who, I mean, granted, I guess a lot of stuff happened in between there, but the same one who like tried to save from that bomb exploding, and she sent it up into the sky, and then it ended up blowing the building out on the way up, and everybody blamed her, even though it was like, okay, come on. But the fact that when that happened, obviously she like was horrified, like she covered her mouth like when we started crying.
Yeah, it was an accident, of course.
Yeah, and then the next thing you know, like, she almost has no remorse about taking over an entire town and making everyone in it miserable.
Doesn't seem fair. Oh, crap.
Not to mention how she... I will say that scene in Multiverse of Madness was pretty awesome when she attacked the monastery.
I will say, like, can we be honest? She was the reason we saw Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Like,
I actually liked the first Doctor Strange movie fairly well, but
I don't think I don't think he has enough star power to hold down that franchise. I think Elizabeth Olsen really could hold her own trilogy. I think he's fine. I just don't think he deserves his own trilogy. I think if it's a Scarlet Witch trilogy or if it's a Doctor Strange trilogy, come on now, it's not even a joke. And let's be honest,
she doesn't even have her own movie. She got her own show though, I guess, so it's fine.
That show was better than like half the trilogies they have.
And people say it was bad.
I will say this:
I cannot stand how these people come out of the woodwork. They're like, the finale was terrible, and
I will say this. My favorite girls in the MCU, not including like the other, non-MCU entries like X-Men or Fantastic Four or Blade or any of that. It's Gamora, Shuri, and Agatha. But I will say this. Unlike Agatha, Gamora and Shuri, their character kind of went downhill a little bit for me because with the other installments, I think Shuri got too serious. Gamora kind of got stupid. And, but Agatha just got better. Like, I was like, oh, Agatha, like, you are that witch. Yeah, like, Agatha, just, that show, like, life-changing. Life-changing. I think I like Agatha all along better than WandaVision. Like, that's a very... I think why I like Agatha all along a little bit more better than WandaVision is because I think the witches felt more like... I think Wanda was a little reluctant to be a witch, whereas all the witches were like, no, we're witches. Let's just move on with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why I think I'm going to give Agatha all along just the edge over WandaVision. Not that I'm saying WandaVision was bad. WandaVision was immaculate, but, like... There was very much, like... She just became the Scarlet Witch at the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas these girls were witches from the beginning. Even when they didn't really have any powers, they were still witches embracing it. So I was like, I'm gonna have to give it to... Let's hear it for the girls. What else is there? What is this? But, I also think I didn't realize how much Catherine... What's her name? Catherine Hahn, right?
Yeah.
She's got range.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
She got, like, secret range where you didn't even realize she had it in her like that. Like, Girlfriend is very... There are certain scenes where, like, she'll be saying one thing, but you just have to look the way she's just glancing. You know what I mean? You're like, ooh. Range. You know what I mean?
I saw someone pointing out her... that scene where she is talking to, doing the interrogation, I guess. with Billy.
Yeah.
And she... and they were just like, this would have taken most actors probably 100 takes to get this kind of inflection that she has in her voice, where she was like, total loser or totally lying. And that's just not something that people can just pull off that easily.
Yeah,
on the first crack.
She's just... It's so... And you know the part that just gets me? They thought it was gonna flop!
Yeah.
Oh my god, they ate their words extremely hard on that one. And it was so funny because all them news people that were saying it was gonna flop, you best believe the internet did not forget. Like, they're like, actually, you know? And they got dragged on social media, and of course they were trying to backtrack and eat their words, like, oh, well, it just seemed very woke, and I didn't really know, but you didn't have any problem writing them articles out the gate, you know what I mean? And you know what I like about it, too? That show was, quote-unquote, woke as wokey woke, all, you know, all different age, older women, women of color, lesbians, gay guys, like, y'all gonna see this wokeness and love it, you know? Oh, but make no mistake, if that show failed, you best believe it would have been a strike against us. That would have been a devastating strike against us.
Yeah.
That would have been a strike against women, LGBT people, people of color, at the ages, you know, and I don't think there was a straight white man character except for Ralph Bohner that really, like, you know, was the...
Ralph Bohner.
What is... Okay, I will say this. I love Jack Schaefer. I love you, but that was, like, the stupidest plot twist ever. Like, girl, you really thought you ate with that. Like, you know, like that plot twist. You know?
Yeah.
Like, that wasn't it, sis. That was most certainly not it, sis. I was kind of disappointed, like, the whole thing, like, especially because it was at that time period where we're like, where the X-Men at? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, just some random dude. And I'm like, but apparently, like, during production, not that this fixed this, because, like, let's be honest, I think WandaVision was getting rushed out because they didn't finish, Falcon and the Winter Soldier show, so like that one went out first, remember? You remember that? Or... Yeah, because that show was supposed to be out first, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then WandaVision came out first because they were working on the special effects, so they kind of pushed that show out a little bit faster. Anywho, what I was gonna say was, apparently there was going to see a fight sequence with Monica and like Agatha's rabbit, if you remember.
Oh yeah?
It was supposed to turn into like some kind of creature or something. Anyways, regardless, how do I word this nicely? That had to be cut. I don't know if any other script changes got cut too, but in my opinion, that was one of Jack Schaefer's low points. Apparently, speaking of Jack Schaefer, like, I love her, but like, speaking of missteps, and I don't know if it's her or what, but apparently she was kind of responsible for like the Black Widow movie? Or something?
Was it not hers?
I think she helped write the script. Yeah, so... I don't know, it just... That movie wasn't good at all. Like, I didn't really care for the Black Widow movie in the slightest. Although, I will say this, the only good thing that came out of that Black Widow movie was Florence Pugh.
Right now.
Huh? Yeah, I think she makes a much better Black Widow than Scarlett Johansson. Granted, I don't really think Scarlett Johansson's a good Black Widow. I think y'all just happen to like Scarlett Johansson. but I think she was miscast. I mean, I was a fan of Black Widow before the comic, or before the comics. Before the comics even made her, I was a fan. Before the movie from the comics, I was a fan of Black Widow. And, like, I think what I like about Florence Pugh's Widow is that, like, she has the accent that I expected Black Widow to have. Because, like, there is nothing in Black Widow that would have convinced me that she's Russian based on the movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, for me, Scarlett Johansson is the equivalent to Halle Berry playing Storm. Like, sure, we love her, she's pretty, she's great, she's a good actress, but, like, this is not Black Widow, just like Halle Berry really isn't that great for Storm. No shade, full shade, I don't really care. I said what I said. Just like, for me, Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man, Chris Evans is Captain America, Wesley Snipes is Blade. Patrick Stewart is Xavier. Kelly Hu is Lady Deathstrike. Danai Gurira is Michonne. Like, there are just certain people where I'm like, good luck trying to recast them. Like, I cannot. I do think that, like, Scarlett Johansson's kind of replaceable. Like, she's a good actress and a good action star and stuff, but she thought she ate with that Ghost in the Shell. I remember SNL made fun of it. They're like, oh, there's a whole bunch of these, there was a bunch of Asian boys stuck in like an underwater cave or well or some kind of weird situation. And they're like, they're gonna make a movie of it, and Scarlett Johansson's gonna play all of them. And it's like, bogus! You're going to hell for this. But, yeah, there was another thing that she got bullied out of, taking in roles from other people, too. I forgot what it was. But I think she was trying to take, like, a trans role or something. I don't know what it was. But, they had to bully her out of that role, too. They're like, girl, stop. You don't need to be playing every role. I'm like, you can be in the movie, just you don't have to be the trans character. You can still, like, support, but I think she really wanted, like, her Oscar moment or something. And I think she'll get it one day. I think she's a good enough actress to win an Oscar. It's just, I don't know. When I think of good actresses, I think of, well, you know who. No, I'm just kidding. Charlize Theron. Of course. I also like Kate Blanchett. I think she's a good actress. I think Angela Bassett's a good actress. I obviously, oh my god, I'm drawing a blank right now. She was in Shang-Chi. She was in the last Star Trek. She was in Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, always loved her from the jump, since single digits. Yeah, I think Cynthia Erivo's a good actress too. I actually think Ariana Grande, I would like to see her in a role that requires more range, because I do think, while I love her as Glinda, I think that role played to a lot of her strengths, kind of like her Nickelodeon days, a little bit of the campiness on Scream Queens, and her music range, and the fashion and pop star character she is. And I love her in that role. I think that I can't imagine anybody else in the role. I'm just curious.
I still think that opening scene.
Yeah. No, I'm right.
Towards the Wicked, her acting was fantastic during that.
No, absolutely. I'm just saying I would like to see her in a role where she's not tailor-made to her strengths too. I'm curious, in a good way. Like, ooh, what else can she do? You know what I mean?
Sure.
I'm not hating on her. I think she's doing great, and I can't wait to see her in Wicked 2. But, like, I think, honestly, we should have had her in that fucking movie, Beauty and the Beast over Emma Watson, if we're gonna be real about it. I will never, and I mean never forgive them for casting Emma Watson as Belle. That was such a... Ugh.
Wow! The poor girl. She's never gotten
never. Because she doesn't have range. She is Hermione and everything.
Wow.
Just like the dude
who... a chance.
No, she has been given chances, and she is the same character in every movie. I will say Daniel Radcliffe has been given many chances, and it's really, really hard for me to see beyond Harry Potter. And the guy who played Ron didn't even try. He's like, you know what? I will forever be Ron. But
he's actually quite sexy, Harry. Daniel Radcliffe.
Sure. No, but I think the adult...
quite attractive.
I think the adult actors in Harry Potter had great range. I will say that. Like Professor McGonagall, what was her name? Maggie Smith. I think the Dumbledores had good range. I think Snape had good range. I forgot his name. I am truly blanking out on whatever Snape's name is in Harry Potter.
Severus.
No, the actor. He was in Dogma. Severus. I'm still laughing at, what is her name? Mrs. Sprout, Professor Sprout. She's like, I don't understand why everyone still likes Harry Potter. These adults like Harry Potter. It's for kids. Like, she was so, like, shook. She's just like, I don't understand. It's a kids' movie. They're trying to hire me for birthday parties. Like, she was so confused. Like, I don't get it. Yeah, but I find it very interesting that they're recasting the Harry Potter. They're doing a... with that being said, the Harry Potter cast, a lot of them passed on. And then on top of that, like, a lot of them that are alive don't even want to be affiliated with J.K. Rowling anymore. But I will say this, because of her transphobia, but, like, I don't know, in my opinion, there's not, like, any way you slice this to me, like, Harry Potter, like, the transphobia, like, will never be more important, or, no, Harry Potter will never be more important than trans people's lives. That's just my opinion. Like, you just can't... And I did want to play Hogwarts Legacy, but I didn't because of that.
And now it's even more tempting since I can play it for free.
Well, maybe if we can play it for free, that's a different... No, I'm just playing. Listen.
So not technically supporting it, right?
I didn't... You can't have my money, but I'll play it for free. I'm just being silly. No. In all seriousness, I really did want to play the game. I remember when the trailers were coming out, I was so excited, and I was like, ooh, somebody... And then like, she started doing her transphobic nonsense, and I was like, girl, like... Do you remember when Azalea went in on J.K. Rowling?
Oh my god,
yeah. That had sent me. Oh my. Oh my god. Like, that's the thing. You can never fully cancel. You can never fully cancel Azalea Banks because like, she will say some stuff where you're like. But was
it's hard because she's like, oh my god, why do you like her? My voice still going? Are we still doing the broadcast?
Yes, we are!
Okay, so what she said, how come gay men can say bitch, but like I can't say the F word? And
is that what she said?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
yes.
And so it's like, which I actually understand her point. I think she just needs to have something explained to her a little bit, or it needs to be talked through.
It's weird because some moments she really supports the gays, and then some moments I'm like, girl, did you just drop the F-bomb?
I actually don't mind her saying that. It doesn't bother me that badly if she says it. It depends on who it's coming from and what their intent is behind it.
Really? Okay.
For me, anyway.
I've heard other gays use it to other gays, and I'm just like, that is...
Oh, sure, yeah. Yeah, I don't mind if gay people say it.
I just think it's distasteful. Like either way you slice
it. Sounds so crass. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it, but I'm just like, but in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, Azalea, obviously there's a bit of a difference between those two words. Bitch is very it can be very
Generic.
generic. Yeah, it doesn't
You can
necessarily
even call
overtake.
men that. Like, straight men,
Yeah,
I've heard
I
being called
do.
that.
I do all the time. I find out. I call one of my coworkers that on accident. He did something. We always have like a banter type thing where he'll like look at me a certain type of way, like what he like, you're sitting in my chair or something like that. Like it's silly. It's not serious.
Yeah.
But he did something at one point, and he's an older guy, and. And I was like, bitch! And I was like, oh, what the fuck?
Where am I?
I was like, oh my god. And he was like, what? And I was like, I was like, oh my god. Did I really just say that?
Okay,
I didn't even think
I will
about
also say this. Using the word, I'm going to say fish because we're on a stream. But like, using the B word, I sometimes use it as an expression as opposed to actually calling somebody that. Like, if you tell me some juicy news, I'll be like, fish, what? I'm not calling you a B word, but like, it's more, I'm in shock. You know what I mean? It's more of an expression. It's like equivalent to saying, oh my god. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's...
Because I have a friend, she does not like it when men call her the B word, but I've heard
some women that very much get very...
And I'm like, girl, I promise you, I'm not calling you one. I'm just like in shock. It's like when someone says, "Shut up." You're not telling someone to shut up. You're like, it's an expression. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
And honestly, maybe if one day, somehow, I don't really get it, but if the F word were to become a more acceptable part of general language, like the B word is, I guess it would be okay. I don't see that, but granted, that's from my perspective at this point in time. I mean, that's fine with me. Like I said, I would even give Azalea Banks herself a pass on that. I wouldn't care if she says it too much, as long as it's her intent. Like I said, she seems like she typically is supportive. It's just she's so... I guess she feels so close to it that she...
Azalea Banks is also extremely unhinged, so you never really know where she lands on anything.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell, but you know what? If you're doing more good than bad, then I guess...
But can you really put Azalea Banks into that category of doing more good than bad?
I don't know. It's hard to tell her.
Azalea
I swear
Banks.
She's a perfect 50-50. You know what?
Azalea Banks is the ultimate, like, wild card. Like, you never know.
It reminds me of in Drop Dead Diva, when the supermodel version of... Well, I guess it was...
Like, Chris, let me give you a prime example. If I say Azalea... Did you see what Azalea Banks said? You're like, oh no, what's like your first reaction?
That's what I was going to say. When Dad died and went to heaven and they said she was a total neutral, I'm just like, okay, Azalea Banks is like that, but the opposite. Whereas Dad was just like, you're not good, but you're not bad. Kind of.
She's really good and really bad.
Azalea Banks is both, but in extreme directions, both ways. Rather than being settled in the middle, she's like
net worth zero.
I'm doing one extreme or the other.
I will say this, like, even when she's like 100% in the wrong, I find her so amusing. And mind you, let me reframe that. She has done some insane stuff sometimes. Like, when she was telling everybody on Twitter, like, she sacrifices chickens in her closet, and then there was another thing where I'm like, girl, I'm not sure I needed to know that. Like, then there was that time she went on live where she was boiling her cat that passed away because she wanted to make earrings out of it to feel closer. And I'm like, I don't tell anyone how to grieve, but did you really need to live stream this? Like, girl. So that was a lot, but I don't know. I still like her music, and I will say this: she's better than like 99% of the rappers out now. And even if she doesn't have music out, but she can be really problematic. And I'm just like, girl, you make it really hard to be a fan of yours. And I would like to say I put her in the category of I was gonna say Omarosa and Candace Owens, but I actually don't agree with them ever. Like, I put them in her in the Omarosa and Candace Owens category, where like I don't agree with them, but I will listen to what they have to say because they're like, I can't help but I'm like, interesting. Here, what did she have to say now? You know what I mean? Like, here we go again. But I don't know. I just. When Azalea Banks versus J.K. Rowling, and the fact that we are rooting for Azalea Banks is. I remember I saw a meme. It said how back in the day they the Christians tried to cancel Harry Potter and all that because it was witches and stuff, witchcraft.
Yeah. That's why I never got into it because my mom used to say.
There was a meme that had Marilyn Manson and J.K. Rowling and the Christian moms were like, we were right this whole time. I was like, shut up! For wrong reasons. Oh, that was so funny. I wish I could find that meme again, but it had a mother clutching her crucifix, I was right this whole time. Oh my god! But I heard Marilyn Manson's doing some problematic stuff. I haven't followed up with him, but I heard it's bad. Oh, I'm so happy the fashion designer chapter. Let's see. Show me what you. Oh my god! I love the pantalones. Oh my god! So I wish I could switch the shirt and the pants, the shirt on the left and the pants on the right. But I would wear the outfit on the right though. I wear them both, honestly. I love it. I hope they give it to us for free because I don't have. I just use up all my material to make this. For those watching, I'm actually a fashion designer in real life, so this stuff really geeks me out. I love it. This is just. I love it. I actually have models coming over this weekend to try on some of the fittings and stuff, and. I also like that the Harvest Spirit Lady's a tan too, little brown skin Harvest Goddess. I'm like, yay! For how much fabric I gave her, but she better give me this for free.
Fat chance.
I don't even think you made it this far in this game. You didn't play a full year, did you?
I don't think so.
What the heck? What the heck? Floral. Wait. Oh, I see. Okay. Ah, crap. Okay. What do I need to make this? I need sunflower, marigold, petunia, and hibiscus. I think I actually might work on one of my fashion designs tonight, actually.
Okay.
No, after we're done playing, like, probably like 4 in the morning, but I mean tonight. So I need a petunia, sunflower, marigold, and I can't remember the other one. I might just bring everything. Yeah. I feel like farming simulators are a lot of fun if you don't have a lot going on in life and you just want to take it easy. But like, and you're not trying to rush a game. Oh, crap! Okay, but no seriousness though, like, I worry sometimes our sense of humor get us canceled one day. Alright, let's see here. Can I get this apple for free? For free? And of course not. They want 10 Mirage fabrics. With that being said, though, it's not horribly hard to make, though. It's 10 Mirage cloths, 5 alpaca, and 15 red dye. That's not terrible, because they were definitely on some BS. still want this one. I think it's so cute. I want this one too, but it requires pink dye, and or pink fabric, and like, still have not acquired that yet. I want this one too, but it requires pink fabric. This was such a denim outfit. I wish I could show it to you, but too bad. No, I'm kidding. Mirage Claws. I can actually make some of this stuff. I probably should. New hairstyles! Lay it on me. It's kind of cute. There's some new hairstyles. Do I like them? There's this one I have now. Could switch to that one. Oh, the little braids in the back. It's kind of cute. I wish the side was shaved. I would totally get this hairstyle, and then I also just had the swoop, and the rest of this was a little bit. I like how it looks like that, but I don't know. It's just too much hair. Ooh, this makes me want to play as a girl. Oh, that one's cute. I have this hairstyle currently, but I'm like, is this cute? Let me know in the comments section. Should I get this one? Or that one? This one? Or that one? Maybe I should just mix it up. Switch it up a little bit. What color though? Ooh! That's kind of nice. So I love it in real life. Ooh, it's a little bit too dark. We need a little bit level, so let's just look like a pitch black screen. We need like, there we go, I feel a bit better. There, that looks better. That's purple? That looks black. Ooh, that's cute. Oh, I like that! So my hair color is like this color in real life right now. I think I currently have... I have this color right now. But that'd be nice. The pink gold. That'd be cute too. I like this color a lot. The neon... That's not neon orange. The fresh green's kind of cute too. I'm like kind of debating, should I just do the pink gold? Is that giving? I'm gonna cancel. Anybody got time to? I just wanted a haircut with the sides are shaved and it's like kind of a swoop, but this is as close as I can get it. Our beach is completely nameless. Let's name a beach, please. Shh. It's called Shore. Let's name the beach Shore. Beach? Wow, waterfront. I like the shore. That sounds downright horrific. Why, it might put me to sleep. Wow, waterfront. What a mouthful. I'm reconsidering asking for your help. This may be the greatest mistake of my entire life. Beach. I regret everything. Moondrop flower. Are you kidding me? I brought all these flowers. Wait. Oh, yes, I have one with me. Good. I thought I brought everything but what I needed. Ooh, here's your man, Chris. Let me walk up to him. Oh my god, he's like, no, I don't want to talk to you. Rude. Okay, I left my bike somewhere here. Let me go to this restaurant, because I'm still trying to learn this recipe. Please, hold on. Open every day from 12 to 10. Okay, it's not even time for it yet. Where's the garlic? Okay, I know I left my bike around here. Iori, he's so adorable. Love the ponytail. I should be opening in like a few minutes, 10 seconds. Come on! Oh! What is this? Oh, here's your man, Chris.
You say it like I'm seeing what you're seeing.
Haven't you done the full relationship with him?
I don't remember.
How'd you like to get cheesecake from the bistro? By the way, Chris, your man is asking me on a date.
The multiverse.
In the multiverse! I love how this game has like a lot of different skin tones. You get dark skin, light skin, medium tones, everybody, biracial characters. I also find it very funny that like when you do farming simulators, everyone's like, all the romanceable characters are like, I don't want to say teenagers, but they're like, they clearly are adults because you have babies with them, but like, they're young adults. They feel like they're like, I'm 18, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's get married and have a baby. And the actual adults are just like, oh no, we're too old for you. Okay, but his younger brother is adopted, Raul. That's why they have a different skin tone than the parents?
I think so.
Okay, because I thought that was his friend, but I'm like, I think he lives with them. Because Ludus, the child he watches over, is not his. But they look alike in complexion. And I think the DLC islands are like the islands right surrounding it, kind of like Hawaii is like the islands connected to it. Oh, not the little snobby kid interrupting the date. No, I'm just kidding. I'm teasing. I like his hairstyle though. You know what game pauses for cutscenes? Heart Story of Seasons.
So does Stardew Valley.
It didn't when I played it.
In single player. The way it's supposed to be played.
I have never played that game in single player mode ever. And let's be honest, a big part of the appeal with Stardew Valley is the fact that you can play with up to 4 people. Let's be serious.
Yeah, he didn't even add that until like years into its...
Are you for real?
Yeah, it was only single player for the first few years of it.
I did not know that.
That was the first time I'd ever heard of a farming simulator having multiplayer, and I was like, how does that even work?
I love it.
But it's just harder because, I mean, it's easier because you have more hands, but harder because time does not ever stop.
I legitimately, like, if I had it my way, we would have, like, we would have a group of 4, and we would dedicate, like, certain days of the week to playing this. Like, that would be such a fun thing, but, like...
That'd be fun, but it feels almost impossible.
I know! I can't even get a D&D group together, let alone... Anyways. personally, like, I need real friends because I don't have any. I'm just teasing. I'm teasing. Goodness, some people can take dicks better than jokes.
I believe you just said that.
No, and can we also shame Caitlyn on the stream for, like, not even giving it a chance? I'm teasing. I love Caitlyn. You know I love her. But seriously,
Honestly,
though,
I really think she would have if we had kept nagging her about it.
What?
Actually, after I told her how disappointed I was when Denim quit, I think I almost convinced her to play it. It's just that
Why did you tell me?
Everybody was giving up, so I was just like, whatever, I guess.
My feelings were hurt. I was like, oh my god, we're about to reach the new area, and I don't want to play anymore. I'm like,
Yeah, because and my feelings were hurt because I'm like, I guess I'm not good enough.
And I totally felt that you stole his man. And you wanna know why I'm convinced that was the last time he played with us? Because we last left off and Alex was like, oh, do you want to dance with me? And that was the last thing to ever happen. And then, like, you just saw me and our characters, like, dancing with our Glinda and Alphaba, like, gender bends with our, like, imaginary boyfriends, and then you just see Denim on the side, like, oh. Bitch, you should have just let him have the man. It's your fault he didn't play with us.
I didn't know he was gonna up and quit just because I took my muscles.
I even had a different love interest. I actually don't like Shane that much, and to be honest. Like, I think he's pretty. But, like, his personality in the story is, like, a turnoff to me. Like, that is not my type at all. Like, that's why I chose the other guy. What was the guy with the long hair I chose this time? Was it Vincent?
Wait a minute. You said Shane. I've never seen you go after Shane.
Who's the guy with the dark hair?
Shane has dark hair, but...
The guy with the goth boy.
You're talking about Sebastian?
Yes, my bad, Sebastian. I got their some S name. I didn't... Yeah, no, I think Sebastian... I apologize. Sebastian is really pretty, but his personality is just not giving.
He's the most popular overall of the guys.
I think he's kind of a turnoff when you, like, actually get his storyline. I was like, oh, that's not really my type at all. But yeah, I could see why people like him. It's just, because I picked him too. He was my first pick, and then I played his story, and I was like, no.
That's why I liked Shane, because his story was so... When you said that, I was like, I thought I actually liked his. But you were talking about Sebastian.
Yeah, no, my mistake. That was my mistake.
And, like, I obviously I'm not into that at all, but that was the thing. Like, you had scenes where he literally was passing out, and you had to help him home. And he's just so despondent and given up on life. But then that starts to turn around, and you see him start to fix himself up. Even though how the spouses have their little room in your house that's dedicated to them once you get married. There's beer cans and nasty footprints on the floor. Just like, why did y'all do that? He's supposed to be fixing himself up and becoming a better person.
So not to be that person, but like, I'm extremely turned off, particularly when it comes to black people, like the I can fix them plots. I think Princess and the Frog did that, and I was like, well, why? Like, why are we doing this? Like, no, but I don't want a fixer-upper. I just personally think, like, it's kind of nice when a man has his stuff together already, and that just call me, I don't know, whatever. I've just seen so many women in my life, particularly women, and men too, where, like, they play the whole, I can change him, and I'm like, why? But why, though? Like, I don't get it. I just don't understand. Like, I don't understand the appeal. Like,
I think
it's just giving broken toys. That was rude. I take it back. I didn't mean it like that. But
I think it was more like that
character development.
You were fixing him. It was more like just your existence gave him something to change for.
I haven't seen his plot though, so I'll take your word for it.
And there were good parts about him, like obviously he loves animals.
Yes.
So I don't know. I kind of thought he had one of the most interesting stories, but I think almost everyone does.
I actually want to be straight in that game. Some of the girl plots seem good too.
Yeah, I'm not sure about all of them because I haven't pursued them that hard.
Yeah.
But it's funny to me to see who people don't like, because I actually think Alex may be one of the least popular of the bachelors.
Uh-huh.
I think he might be a gay guy thing. I think he might be a gay guy
popular thing. Wait, one more time? Who's one of the least popular bachelors?
Alex. I don't see people
Alex is the guy with the brown hair, right?
Yeah, the one that I went after. I think.
Yeah, I think he's cute. It's just, I saw a shirt. Do you remember that shirt at Hot Topic that had the guys on it?
Yeah.
Who was in the center on that shirt again?
Sebastian.
Yeah, people love Sebastian, and don't get me wrong, he's attractive.
Yeah, he's really popular for some reason.
Yeah, but his personality's a turnoff. I'm like, ew, like, just no, like, it's just not for me.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about that type of person either. I mean, not that he's bad. It's just
not my type.
You sit in your parents' or your mom's basement.
Yeah, I was gonna say it, but I was like,
your bedroom or whatever, and then like. One of the first scenes, you go down there and he's like working on his computer and he's like, "Oh, give me a second, I'll be with you."
He's kind of a jerk too, like a little bit. And in the beginning, he's kind of a jerk, and I think that's an archetype like a lot
smokes.
Yeah, I don't like smokers either. Not that I don't hate them. It's just I would never kiss a smoker in real life. I just think it's just.
I also don't like the whole he's a biker. I guess he likes a motorcycle, and I'm not really into those.
But yeah, the guy with the long hair is Vincent, right?
Elliot.
I don't know why I'm... See, Sakoden. I'm sorry, all these art games we're playing is getting me so confused. But, no, I mean, Elliot seemed he might be more my type. He seems like he
seems kind of dreamy-ish.
Flamboyant, and he's a writer. I don't know.
Yeah, he's more artistic, I guess, the hippie, I guess, of the group.
Yeah.
Which is probably why I think you would match with Leah.
Oh, do people kind of pair them together?
I actually don't know if they... I mean, obviously when you're at the flower dance, they match up with each other. Like, obviously Alex and Haley go together. And I think Maru and...
Oh, yeah, they do match up at the flower dance.
I can't remember, what's the doctor's name?
Oh God, it's been a minute.
My mind's wanting to say Stanley, and I know that's not right. He looks like a Stanley. Harvey's his name. Yeah, Maru and Harvey are together. Like, they pair people off. And, yeah, I think Elliot and Leah go together because they're both kind of hippies.
Okay.
She lives out in the woods. He lives on the beach.
Let's go to the beach. Let's go get away.
He's a writer. She's a sculptor. Anyway, yeah, I like all of them. I mean, apparently, like Haley acts like a total B. But apparently Yeah, but apparently if you develop your relationship with her, she really turns around. Although, there's this scene that I see everyone screenshot where they're in... I think she's into photography. So, there's a scene where they're like in a dark room together. You're in a dark room with her. And she's like, so, what do you want to do right now? In the dark room. And I guess it gives you the option to just be, just the friendly, innocent option. And she's like, she gets mad because it's just like, really? We're just gonna sit here and do this?
Yeah.
You didn't want to actually do something more exciting?
Golden glass.
But, yeah. People really do not like Clint, the blacksmith.
Oh, I didn't realize he was a dateable option.
No, he's not.
Okay, I was about to say Hibiscus Lily Primrose.
But they just don't like him as a character at all. Obviously, there's the ones that people don't like. Morris, the Joja Mart manager. Like, they don't obviously don't like him. He's straight up a villain. Like, that's obvious. People don't like Pierre, the guy that owns the shop.
Because he jacked up the prices?
I wouldn't say he jacks up the prices, but he just seems very greedy. They also don't like the mayor. They think he's kind of evil, too. I don't really understand. I don't totally get that. I do get that in some regards. But he does some really fishy stuff. Obviously, he has that affair with Marnie.
Oh, he has who's his wife?
Well, okay, maybe not. Didn't think of the word of affair as in cheating. But
it's a secret relationship.
Yeah, it's a secret relationship. I don't think he's not married, but I don't think either of them are. They could be together. It's just for some reason he thinks it would affect people's perception of him as the mayor, and I don't know why, but he thinks it would affect, because she gets mad about that. She's like, I really wish we could, why do you care so much what people think about it?
Oh, yeah, that would probably rub someone wrong. Yeah, I feel like, nobody wants to be hidden. I get it.
Yeah, and he just says a lot of things that are kind of, obviously he has a pretty nice house. You find that he builds a golden statue of himself. Seems like Trump a little bit. He seems a little bit Trumpy in some regards. He has a golden statue behind his house that you can find, and he gets mad that you mess with it if you pick it up or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He gets mad about that. One of the quests in the game is he asks you for truffle. This is not a bad thing necessarily, but he asks for truffle oil. He sends you a letter in the mail asking for truffle oil, and he's like, don't ask what it's for.
Oh, okay.
I was like, you need oil? And you don't want me to ask what it's for?
Sounds
okay. Anyway, they just kind of think he's not as nice as he might be.
Oh no! I think I accidentally, I was supposed to take a picture of this white fox because it's snowing, and I missed it because it ran away. Because in this game you have to take pictures of the animals.
Yeah.
I will say, there's some animals I looked up on the guide, I do not know how to find them to save my life. The crab I still haven't found yet, and apparently get butterflies, you have to have certain, honey and flower situations going down.
Ooh, that's scary in real life. The butterflies are disappearing.
Really?
Yeah, there's whole, task forces put together, even my parks have pamphlets and stuff trying to figure out how to get the butterflies to come back if they're disappearing.
Ivy. What? Add a unicorn to the animal shop. Are they dying? Are they just not for group?
They're not really. I don't think they're really sure. I guess I could look it up if there's updates. But I remember last year when I first started at my job, that lady that I was telling you about that I worked with, she mentioned that she was just like, I don't know if you've noticed, there's just no butterflies. And I was like, you're right. I haven't seen them. I haven't seen any butterflies.
Yeah, you're right. I will say last year, though, there was an excessive amount of bees, though.
Well, that's good. Because we need the bees.
Well, there was a lot of them. There was an excessive amount here in Wisconsin. I don't know about you.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't pay that much attention because bees don't bother me. But wasps,
Yeah. I had to film a music video.
I had to kill so many of them.
Lavender Skies. Oh my god, there were so many bees that day on when we were filming. I remember Mike was like, I'm not filming this, I'm going back in the car. And I'm like, I guess I'm filming today. I will be directing this music video today. There were so many bees, it was ridiculous. Granted, we were out in the flower
field.
If
they're flying on you, it could be kind of scary, but...
Oh god, yeah.
Bees don't really...
So if you remember that video...
honeybees or bumblebees?
Yeah, they were... I don't know. I think they were honeybees, but Sarah, bless her heart, she was just a true champ going through all the bees. Like, she was just doing all the poses, looked so dreamy in the video, but like, bees were literally crawling over her. I was like, girl, like, you're a trooper, because like, bless you, because like, I kind of panic a little bit, like if something's crawling on me, no matter what it is. But she was beautiful in the scenes, did a great job, and yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I don't know. From what I've heard about bees and what my experience with them, they don't do anything. Like, as long as you don't try to hurt them, they don't really, or bother them, I guess. Even if, I used to kill bumblebees all the time. I feel kind of bad about that, actually, when I was a kid. But bees in general, first of all, bumblebees, only even the females can sting you.
Hello.
Out of curiosity, did you figure out who's the most popular out of the girls? Is it Reina?
Oh, I didn't look it up.
Hello.
Of all of town.
Get out of the way! Oh, you're always so cute.
Bachelors seem to be more popular than the bachelorettes.
I want to be in a throuple in this game. I will say this: do you think with farming simulators more girls play them than boys, or at least gays, or straight? Do you think more women play farming simulators, or guys, or straights, or gays? Like, I feel like this is not really a straight guy genre.
I don't know if there's
game.
more. I just feel like more girls do play them than other games. I don't know if there's more girls than guys that play them.
I noticed more women play Animal Crossing, for what it's worth.
Yeah, there's that whole stereotype. Girls playing games like that, they're considered not
a real gamer.
Yeah, like casuals.
Yeah, I've heard that crap.
Okay.
You know what I find my least favorite genre? Basketball and football games. But anyways, you were saying.
Yeah, that goes without saying. So, ranked The Bachelorettes.
It's Reina.
Number 8.
Oh.
Last place is Blair.
Really? The blonde girl?
Yeah.
Wow, I think she's actually really pretty. I'm talking to her right now, actually. I think she reminds me of Princess Peach a little bit.
She has an unimaginative backstory.
Oh, I don't know it. I don't talk to her that much because she's in the restaurant, and the restaurant's just so out of the way.
Number 7 is Lizette.
Oh yeah, Lizette and her Blair look kind of the same. Wait, Lizette's a DLC character!
Okay.
So I thought they didn't incorporate the DLC characters.
We did.
Then where was Ludus on there? Ludus?
Yeah, he was number 4.
Okay, he's high up there. Okay. Who did he lose to?
Like halfway.
No, that's not halfway. I assure
4
you.
out of 8 is very much halfway.
There are more than 8 bachelors.
Okay.
Because, okay, you're telling me there's only 4 love interests in the base game and there's 4 through the DLC?
I'm not telling you anything.
That don't sound right. But anyways, you were telling the story.
A story?
You were telling the rankings.
Yeah. Number 6 is Felicia.
Hold up, who's Felicia?
All the blondes get put at the bottom.
Let me have to look. Who's Felicia? Who is Felicia? Oh, Felicia's the DLC girl. No, yeah, she's a DLC character. That's why I don't know who she is right off the bat.
Windswept Falls.
Okay, with that being said, did you really need to make another blonde waitress, like, in a dress? Like, come on now. Like, it's wow, because Blair's the worst what? I actually think Blair's better than Felicia, but anyways, continue. It's listed so wrong.
Number 5 is Lynn.
Lynn? You said Lynn?
The florist granddaughter.
Oh, yeah, I like her. Yeah, her name is Lynn. I like her, but I think I like Laura, but I think Laura's beat up by Reina. Pushed by a little bit.
Number 4 is Laura.
Number 4 is Laura?
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 3 is Bridget.
Bridget.
She's cute.
Oh no, you can go down on the bottom, towards the bottom. What? I would not pick her. She's probably my least favorite of the girls.
Excuse me, she is cute. And her name is Bridget, which
Excuse you, why did you fart?
I like the name Bridget.
I don't know. I thought she was a boy until I saw the skirt.
Wow.
Anyways, neither here nor there.
Genderist.
Whatever. Anyways, you were saying?
Number 2, Iris.
Okay, Iris is pretty. Yeah, she's very ladylike. And she's a blonde at the bottom. There we go, because if you're into blondes, everyone's choosing Iris. No, I'm kidding.
A lot of blondes in this game.
And as long as my homegirl made it at the top of the list, I'm fine.
And number 1 is Rain.
Yeah, Rain is gorgeous. Plus, she has an outfit. She has a look. I don't know if you're seeing her anime drawing, but she could be in a survival horror game with them boots and miniskirt and like. I should take a picture of it to you. Like this picture, put her in the next Resident Evil, like our Clock Tower. Speaking of which, the next game we play should be Clock Tower. Don't you think so?
Okay. We'll see how that changes here. And
how long does it take to beat Clock Tower? Can Clock Tower be beaten in one sitting or not really?
Oh yeah. I mean, if you go...
Well, depending on what endings. Oh, snaps, is that... Okay, yeah, but you're depending on
what to do.
Ooh, I would like to... Maybe the first playthrough, I just kind of see what would happen if I'm in it, and then we do a perfect playthrough or something like that. Because, like, I've never played the first original Clock Tower. I've played the one, I think it's the second one where it's in 3D.
Yeah.
And can I just, like, reassess my statement on Clock Tower? So, like, if I'm not mistaken, I think in Clock Tower 2, I get this impression that, like... Huh? The one...
About the third one?
The one where you get to choose which girl character you want to play as.
Okay, so the second one.
Yeah. I feel like she's still underage in that game, and like a grown-ass man is trying to get in her goodies. By the end of the game, they act like it's like a whole cute romance, and I'm like, eh?
I don't think I've ever seen her story. But I've never seen the game played out to full completion anyway, with either character.
Well, they try to like set it up like as like this girl. I think he's like in his 20s and she's like still like 16, 17, and I'm like, that's not cute.
They do this all the time. I wonder if it's a Japanese thing, because
whatever it is,
in this game, even in Lunar, they specifically, every NPC you come across is just like, you guys are just kids. And yet, every single one of these characters is sexualized. They literally have hot springs that you can visit, and it goes into a full-blown, like, full anime drawn picture of the characters. And they're, I mean, the boys and the girls, like, they each have their own springs. And it shows a picture, and one of them fully shows one of, like, they put a sensor over Kyle, like they show him from behind, they censor his butt, and I guess what was hanging down between. They censor it, but, like, with the little pixelations. And then Nash, they just straight up show his butt, like, full on. And then the girls, they do theirs too, with, like, their hair strategically covering their breasts. But it's like, and they put, like, the seductive music over it while it's showing the pictures. I was like, I thought you said these for kids.
So, like, I have to also tell you, you just brought up an excellent point, and I've been meaning to discuss this with you. But, what's the name of that for The Last of Us? So, you know how the actress in the show is not everyone's cup of tea because of her appearance, right?
Because she looks too young, I guess, and not pretty enough.
So I will say this. I'm starting to realize a lot of the straight men... Personally, I don't think she looks anything like Ellie. That's just my opinion. She might be a good actress, but like I remember I'm not going to repeat what I thought I saw. Thought she was when I was like,
I know.
Oh, yeah. I was like, oh, like, are we? Okay, like, you know, we're doing that. But personally, I'm not really a fan of her. But I got the impression Ellie is a child, right?
In the first season.
So,
14.
I started to acknowledge that a lot of straight men sexually, like, look at Ellie in a sexual lens. Like, they like her like that. And I'm like, oh no, like, this is a child still, like,
There's
and
pornography.
I'm sure, but my point is, like, don't get me wrong, there are some times where I'm like, okay, I know they say they're like in middle school, but like they literally have a house and they're driving a car and like they have adult bodies, like Sailor Moon, for example. You're not going to sit here and tell me like Uranus and Neptune are middle schoolers when they have their own like place they live in, their own car, they have their own helicopters, they fly. I'm like, no, this is an adult. Like, you're like, this is a college student. Like, that's different, because sometimes they like to blur the lines heavily, where, like, I'm like, there's no middle schooler who has their own house, and, like, that's a little bit more different, and, like, has, like, a clear adult body. Like, I can kind of suspend my belief a little bit, like, and kind of like, okay, that seems like an adult, whereas Ellie just is legitimately a child. You know, like, I don't really think there's, like, any ifs, ands, or buts about her being a child.
No.
So, I don't know, I thought it was very interesting that a lot of straight men found her, felt the need to like sexualize like the child. And don't get me wrong, I think the girl playing Abby looks more like Ellie, but that's just not, that's throwing me off a little bit. Just
not
saying.
making a mistake about this. I just saw on Twitter/X today, they fully say that there was a guy that made a tweet that fully says, like, men are descended from rapists. We are descended from rapists. It's a part of our evolutional bloodline, and eventually we're going to stop asking nicely.
What? Are you mean straight men?
Well, yeah, he's talking about, you know...
Straight men. Don't be clumping me up in this.
No, of course, yeah, like, no... We're fully talking about men in regards to women.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's just a part of our, we can't control it. Like, it's just gonna happen.
That's what he said?
That was the conversation. Like, they're obviously reborn.
What did it have to do with The Last of Us?
Nothing. It just made me think of it. Like, I'm just setting the ground for, like, how men, apparently a lot of men think.
I don't agree with that. I feel like that is... I will say this, I've asked straight guys all the time for shits and giggles, but like I know a lot of very strong, actual men. And I'm talking about straight guys. Because like gay guys and straight guys, I'm putting us in two different categories, it's apple to oranges for me. But like I know some very single dads, I know some very, you know, protecting, like Pedro Pascal, very protective of trans women. Like, and I'm just gonna say it out there, like, I don't think, like, in my mind, like, I don't never got the whole philosophy of people hating on trans women. Like, in my mind, I'm like, this, nothing to do with you. Like, you know, like you like it's like women for gay men. Like, if you're not into, like, you know, women, like, you know, that's fine. If you're not into gays, don't get gay marriage. Like, you know, it's nothing. It doesn't affect your life. You know, like, it has nothing to do with you. So, like, I just never understood the insecurity about people just being different, and, like, you know, maybe it's just the non-binary in me talking. Like, I just, you know, me, I'm like the kind of person where I'm like, all clothes are gender neutral as long as you stop being a little fish about it. But like, that's just my opinion. But I also don't expect everyone to share the same beliefs as me, and that's totally fine. But there are some people that, like, heaven forbid, like, you have a different point of view than them, and I don't know. Like,
let's also not make any mistake about this either. Trans women are far more demonized than trans men are.
Do you think so?
Absolutely.
Okay, no, I'm not picking that apart. That was legitimately asking a question. I believe you.
I hear it so much more. Like, trans women are men, and you can never be a woman. You're taking away women's rights. Like, but they don't say that about trans men. They don't say that trans men are taking away men's rights. They don't care about that.
I will say
because
that,
and I think it's rooted in misogyny.
Oh crap!
It's how dare you try to be a woman?
I think you're right, because I've noticed that being a tomboy is more acceptable than being a effeminate man, and I've also noticed that, like, if you, I could be wrong, but I think. And I could be wrong. This is obviously subjective. It's not one size fits all. Everybody has, like, their own story. But, like, I think that it is to straight men, because let's be honest, they, like, lead a lot of the stuff, the conversations. I think the fact that a man would be effeminate and gay, it just, to some of them, there's this idea of, why would you give this up? Like, why would you give it being straight? Like, it's just kind of an insult. Whereas a girl being a tomboy is kind of like, oh, I guess I can be hot, or, like, she's just, you know, I don't know. Like, it's a bit more not as a point of contention. Whereas I think that, and, like, I think maybe that's where the demonization of trans women comes from, whereas maybe trans men don't. I don't know. Personally, I think all trans people are a little bit under the microscope right now, especially with this administration. But
no, I'm not saying it's just. There's degrees to it.
Yeah, no, okay, sure. Yeah, I will say this. I've noticed more hate crimes towards trans women than trans men, though. I will say that, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I've been to so many vigils, and they're all trans women.
Yeah, like I said, it's like, how dare, like, why, like you said, either why would you give this up, or how dare you want to be a woman? That's just, why would you do that? Like, why would you want to be a woman? Women are, like, it's either uplifting what being a man is, or putting down what being a woman is.
I've also noticed that there are straight men that are into trans women, but extremely ashamed of it too.
That was in Euphoria.
Oh, was that the teacher?
That was the teacher? Thing that they dealt with.
Was it the teacher?
I don't remember. I think it was some politician.
Oh, okay.
With, you know, Hunter Schafer, the one that they want to play
yeah.
Zelda if they make a live action.
She can play every character. She can play Zelda, Link. She can play Ganon. She can do whatever she wants to do. She can
Absolutely.
She can be
Absolutely. I would love to see that. But...
She can be all the whole cast just played by her. Like, let her play them all. Y'all think Zelda's Link anyways.
You look like a real life elf.
Yes. But she should play Zelda. My first pick, I was actually going to say, my first pick for Zelda was actually Emma Watson until Hunter Schafer.
I thought you were going to say Charlize Theron.
No, she could do it too. But no, I think Emma Watson would be a great Zelda too. And you know I'm very critical of her.
Yeah, she could do it.
But I think Hunter Schafer, like, just bumped her to the top of the list.
I think Emma Watson could play the, like, softer Zelda.
The younger Zelda. Well, there's multiple Zeldas.
Is obviously the slightly more
there's multiple
version.
Yeah, I feel like Emma Watson could play Macarena of Time Zelda, and, like, Hunter Schafer could play, like, the one with Midna, the Zelda with the purple outfit from Smash Brothers. Remember that one? Twilight Princess Zelda.
Right.
Yeah, because there's multiple Zeldas, so theoretically could be a new actress every time.
Right. But yeah, so yeah, I think there was some kind of politician or something that ended up. I don't remember if it was a prostitution situation or what was happening, but yeah.
And can we also just point out that Zelda's kind of trans sometimes? She literally turns into Sheik, and Sheik was a dude. At least back in the day,
Absolutely.
Sheik, they tried to downplay Sheik down to like more of like a gender neutral or girl. Now Sheik was a straight up man back in the day. Like it was not even like literally had pecs. Yeah, like literally man muscles, and like when she switched back to Zelda, like her anatomy changed. Like it wasn't just like a woman in an outfit. Like it was literally magic. The book, the manga literally like said she used magic to change genders. I know the book's not canon, but like you know what I'm saying, right?
Right.
Like, okay, everything's not canon, but everything's canon besides that one detail. Like, no, like, perhaps not. Like, but I don't know. I think that's really cool though that Zelda. I like you. We had a whole story called Ram's a Woman and a Half, and y'all ate that up. But Zelda being like switching genders too much for you? Like, get over yourselves. Like, come on. I think that like I was kind of disappointed when Sheik was like said to be a woman because like if you remember correctly, those of us that were there in the 64, Sheik was more masculine than Link. Like there was no like even remote question about that. Like it was like no. And I think the what was the race of Sheik and Impa? I think Impa was the last of their race, and Impa was extremely feminine, like kind of like Xena-like. And Impa was not feminine at all, like at all. Like I think the only thing feminine about like Sheik was that they played maybe the harp, if you want to consider the harp more of a feminine instrument. But like I will say this, in later appearances they totally play up, and the graphics weren't that bad where I'm like, okay, who is this, a man or a woman? Like Zelda literally went from top man heavy to like, you know, petite girl body. Like literally, like if you put their character model side by side, she literally has like upper body, like male upper body. And people tried to say, oh, she's wearing a whole bunch of armor. I'm like, no one's a ninja in armor. You listen to yourself. Do you know how contradicting that sounds? I'm a ninja. I'm going to be flexible enough, flexible cat soup, but let me like wear armor. Like, stop. Not on my stream. You don't want to be.
I'm just saying what she said.
Zelda really pulled it. She really did that. No, but I will never forgive that. Like, I think Nintendo blinked. I think Nintendo didn't like the idea of like their leading title character being like flipping between genders, which there's like plenty of characters switch between genders. Mystique from X-Men literally shapeshifts all the time. Morph from X-Men. Ramza 1.5 has a whole show dedicated to them. It is not that serious. Like, if you're gonna really tell me that you don't like Zelda anymore because she turns into a man, like, it's like, and Ocarina of Time, to my knowledge, was before Breath of the Wild, like the most, like, I think it was the best Zelda game. Like it was the Final Fantasy VII of the Zelda series. No?
Yeah.
I think Breath of the Wild kind of like, you know, overthrew that, because I think Breath of the Wild is just like eclipsed in popularity, but I don't know. I think it just felt very safe making Zelda a Sheikah girl. I just like, you know, I was like, oh, okay, I guess like I thought we had something interesting going on here, but like it also just feels very weird that like Zelda is a hand-to-hand combatant, but also like I can't do that in a dress. You know what I mean? I can only do magic. Like it just, I don't know. It just seems very like. Another thing about Zelda and Sheik is like her eye color also changed too, and her skin tone. Like, because Zelda's really pale and Sheik has a slight tan. Nothing like too dark or anything, but like I think their hair color changes, their eye color changes, their skin color changes. Like I love it how like y'all can like believe that Zelda changes eye and skin and hair color, but like the fact that she turns into a guy is just, oh no, you're doing too much. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, I would really love for the next Zelda game, because I was loving Echoes of Wisdom. Even though I was a bit disappointed by the copying ability, I thought I would not like that, but I ended up liking it a lot. That was actually quite genius. I really hope they make Oracle Seasons and Ages and Secrets. I really hope they kind of give that another in the new treatment. I think that'd be great. I'd be so for it. Like, I would love that. Do it. I don't know. I just kind of feel that, like, with that being said, I don't even know if I'm getting a Switch 2, so let's start there.
Yeah, I don't know why I would rush to get one.
The Switch 2 is looking like a hot mess. I was at the store today and I was looking at Switch controllers. They're like $80. I was like, oh heavens no! You know it's gonna get more expensive, and they don't even have the anti-drift controllers. I'm like, I would say y'all doing too much, but y'all ain't doing enough.
I still have not been affected by that. I've had the same ones that came with my Switch.
So I do. However, I've also experienced this on the PlayStation as well. But you know what doesn't drift? Them PS2 controllers. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm on my 4th PS5 controller.
Yeah, I think I have like 3 PS5 controllers, but I would have 4 if I didn't have to replace one. But I don't know, I just, I'm salty because I really am a big Pokemon fan, and, I just got the impression that I might not... I mean, the thing is, I have money, it's not like I don't, it's just, I don't play the Switch that much. The regular Switch? Like, my console of choice is gonna always be the PlayStation, because, like, hello, I can stream. Hello, I got you, like my friends. Hello, there's more games. Hello, the graphics are good. Hello, parties. Like, the Switch is nice for handheld purposes, but like, sit down on a console on the TV, I'm not like... How do I word this? Like, I just feel like the Switch is always, like, one generation behind. And then with Pokemon games especially, like, they don't even live up to, like, Nintendo's standard of graphics, let alone the generation at hand. Yeah. I saw the trailer for the new Pokemon game, and I'm like, everyone's like, it looks so good! And I'm like, but does it? Like, it looks kinda... You can literally see, like, JPEGs pasted on the side of the wall for a building, like... like, girl, that ain't it. Oh my goodness, this game is tripping! We need 300 iron ignits! Like, oh! You are high as a kite. You need 100... Oh, supple limbers. I thought it was Mirage. I was like, no. 150, 200... Oh my god! Alright, let's start with... Do I even have that much? I need 200 solid lumbers, 150 supple lumbers, 200 silver ignits, 300 iron ignits. Oh my god! You're killing me, Smalls. The struggle is real.
Hello.
And this chick over here still isn't selling the frickin' food I need. I really hope this is not contingent on how much of a friend I am to her, because I'm really not trying to be her friend this late in the game. So I've been like doing my stuff religiously, but like, holy crap. Ugh. And of course, I don't have enough. How many did I say I needed for the silver? Like 200 or something?
Silver?
Or the iron, I mean?
300?
Oh yeah, I don't think I have. I don't even know if I have half of that. Bumbleclot. Lot of mercy. Okay, oh no, didn't you get the good machine? You need to use alloy calcum to make it? No. Log and iron ore. Ugh. Alright, mama, let's do this. Guess what? I'm gonna make a whole bunch of machines! I don't know where I'm gonna put them, but I'm gonna make some more! This is without a question the worst part of this game. These dang machines. Like, this is literally like the reason I don't love this game and where I'm kind of just like, it's okay. Like, it's... This whole machines bumped this game a full letter bracket out for me. Like, look at this. Like, literally, like, my farm is like 50% machines everywhere. Like, we are like literally like a hop, skip, and a jump away from like the Terminator up in here.
It starts to remind me of my time at Porsche.
Oh, they did that.
All machines that are farming.
I feel like Stardew Valley doesn't require that many machines, no?
Some, but
yeah, but it doesn't take up like half your yard.
Yeah, you don't have to have that many of them.
This is like insane. And mind you, the part that really crunches my kitty is you knew where I was going with that, didn't you? Is like they actually are asking you to have more machines out, and I'm like, good golly, Miss Molly is like, this wasn't enough as is. The struggle is real. Crunches my kitty. You like that?
I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Not on my stream. No, I'm kidding. Oh my goodness, this is insane.
Expedition 33 is out in 35 minutes.
Oh, by the way, did you get all the DLCs for, wait, Expedition for what? For Marvel?
What?
Wait, what are you talking about?
I said Expedition 33. Very obscure, Expedition 33.
I need to play some Marvel Rivals. I haven't played today.
I finished my stuff.
Oh. Oh.
So good luck. No, just joking. I'd play it with you if you want.
By the way, fish. No, I'm just kidding. What an awkward situation. I love Marvel Rivals. Like, Overwatch is like an ex-boy.
They're doing some stuff.
Who?
They're trying.
I've seen them Sailor Moon outfits that tried to conjure me back, and I was like...
They've added a whole new game mode, and like, they're trying. It's just, I'm like, you're gonna have to do a lot to try and make me come back to that.
That Overwatch feels like an ex to me. Like, I'm like, and you took me for granted. I've been hurt before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because let me reframe that. Overwatch 2 is the X. Overwatch 1, we cool. We good. We Gucci. It was a good run. Overwatch 2? That was shameful. That was so shameful. I have never in my entire gaming life have seen something that was working. Like, honestly, I loved spending money on Overwatch 1. Overwatch 2, I felt like I was being taken advantage of. They were doing the mostest and simultaneously the leastest at the same time. Holy crap, this is gonna take frickin' forever. I wonder, can I buy bars? Can I buy bars from the store? It's probably too late. Never mind, I'll do it tomorrow. Can you buy bars from the store? I don't know if you won't remember. Why am I asking you? Pineapple surprise! Oh, crap! I will say this, the farming simulators, like, one thing I don't like about them, and not all of them, is I don't feel they all have progressive difficulties, like there's always something you can be doing. Some of them, like I said, I really do feel like a lot of them just kind of like soft lock you into like, wait till next season, like it's like, you know what I mean? You can't really do much else, you know?
I suppose.
I just feel like at every point in time there should be something that you should be, you should be able to, like, feel like you're progressing.
It depends on what your definition of progressing is, because, I don't know, to me, as long as I'm making money, I feel like I'm progressing.
Perhaps.
And Stardew Valley, holy moly, I did not realize you can make your house into a mansion now.
What?
Like, it used to be that you could add on, like it was adding on the first bedroom, I guess, and then you could expand that to, like, you got a kitchen or whatever, and then, like, your kids, potential kids' bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
And
I remember that.
Basement.
See, I didn't know about the basement.
Like the cellar, I guess it was called, so you could make, like, you know, aged wine or cheese or whatever down there.
I never made it that far.
Well, that's what I knew, and then I built all that in this last playthrough, and then I kept going back and I looked at Robin's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many more. You can add an attic, you can add, I mean, I've seen someone put, like, fully decorated house, like, there's, like, a good, probably 20 rooms.
Oh my.
And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, I don't even know.
Are they still working on Stardew Valley to this day, or not really?
I'm pretty sure he still pays attention to it. I don't know if he's going to add anything. Adding crazy stuff. Let me see.
Oh, I do want to start over again, though. If we go back to it, I'd like to start over again. But I would like people to play with us. So, like, whoever is a reliable friend that can pen us into their schedule, and, like, yes, with the remix, I would love to play with. I want us to have, like, a reliable friends that are, you know, get us, because I'm about to go to that therapy thing where you can, like, pay to play with a group of 4, but then again, I swear, as soon as I, like, do the therapy session with Stardew Valley and we talk about our problems, I swear I'm gonna get listen, I went to a group therapy session. Did I tell you about that? Where I was like, ooh, these people have real problems, like real depression. Like, I'm just having a bad day. Like, did I tell you about that?
I think so.
Yeah, so I went to a group therapy session. Obviously, I'm not gonna, like, listen to anyone's names or their business out there, but, like, some of the sessions were, like, my stuff I don't think is ever that serious. Like, I may get very frustrated and, like, you know, have my, like, cry or something like that or whatever, or, like, you know, bad day or whatever. These people have, like, life-changing bad, you know, like, oh my god, I don't know how I would move on if I were them type of problems. And, I was thinking to myself, like, ooh, I probably seem so entitled, like, with my problems that aren't even that deep. And that's why I only did one group therapy session, like, and I felt bad because the people with real problems didn't really want to talk about it. I mean, like, I'm one of the more vocal people in the group therapy session. With that being said, though, I got some of the other people talking, so that was kind of fun. But, like, and I also think it was nice to have the validation from other people, like, you do not deserve that, you are better. You know what I mean? It's nice to have that level of, insight from other people. Like, I think that was really... It felt like a nice echo chamber, I'll put it that way. I had to go through a couple therapists to get to where I got to now, but the one I have now I like a lot. I recommend if anyone can get it, it's nice to do so, but I know it's also not for everybody. But I was extremely reluctant to do therapy because I just felt more so. I don't feel like I have time for it, and I still sometimes don't have time for it. I remember last session I was like, "Girl, like I have to be somewhere in half an hour, so this hour-long session is gonna have to be like 15 minutes." Like, and she's like, "That's okay," and I'm like, "Just letting you know, like I'm not like ditching you or anything. It's just this has been a good week, and I don't think I need it this week anyways that much. So, but I gotta go. But like, here's the recap."
That reminds me of a comedian that used to talk about going to therapy and how she had to break up with her therapist. Because she's... Oh, yeah, it was just Sashir Zamata. That was her. She was like... I was going out of... Like, she was going out of the country or out of town or something. She was going to be away. And she had always been doing in-person sessions, so she obviously couldn't do them during that time. And she was like... she called her therapist, and she was like, "Well, I'm not going to be able to be there in person, so can we like put it on hold? Or I don't really like doing the phone sessions, so can we just, you know, take a break?" And her therapist said, "Oh, I'm not your boyfriend. We can't just take breaks." And she was like, "Well, I don't know what to do because I'm not coming back here." and her therapist started screaming at her.
What? No!
And the thing was, she was like, "You know what? The funny thing was is that the work that I had done with her up to that point made it so that I didn't get upset." And like I was like telling myself, "This has nothing to do with me."
Now she's the therapist's advice against her.
And her therapist was like, "Go then, you'll just be just like your father." And
no, this is not true.
It doesn't sound true. I don't know.
I would hope not. I know, they'd be exaggerating.
Like taking a true story and then twisting it to make it
yeah, like Wanda Sykes and her wife. Yeah.
So but she's just like, "Yeah, I'll send you your last check in the mail."
That's funny. Yeah, she was in Agatha all along, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's funny. I love her. Yeah, no, the first therapist I went to, like, I think I spoke to her for an hour, and, like, for, like, a complete hour, she probably said, like, 5 things within that hour. And I think, like, one time, like, I was telling her something about my childhood, and she, like, one of those 5 times was an audible gasp, like, "I can't believe that happened to you," and I'm just like... "Oh, you're talking." I mean, I didn't say that to her, but I was like, finally, she said something. Like, I'm just like, dang, you just collected a check to listen. Like, I'm like, this sounds like an easy job. I'm like, Chris, you should be getting paid for that. No, I'm just playing. No, but for real, I'm like, girl,
my address changed.
Yeah. I'm thinking to myself, like, oh, you did move. I forgot about that. Ooh, I'd be sending you some stuff. I need to get the updated address. You need to send that to me. I feel inspired. It's one like, guess what? You should
I was gonna tell you. You were telling me about the Jonathan and Charlotte cards, and I was like, "Oh, wait a minute. I don't know if you have my new address."
Yeah, send text me sometime. My phone's on Pokemon Sleep, but no, so the group therapist. I thought, I'm like, ooh, it's not that the therapist is bad or anything. She was a good therapist, but the group sessions were just. I felt like my problems were kind of like not real problems, so I'm like, I don't think this is the space for this. You know what I
mean? That's what you made me think of a TikTok that I saw with that. Like, they were talking about how kind of I'm not saying this applies to you, but they were talking about how rich people make up problems. Like, they make up things to be the specific situation was a girl that went to go to the beach in Seattle, where they don't usually get to go to the beach because it always rains. But it was a sunny day, so she parked and went to the beach, and this guy like hunted her down to yell at her about where she parked her car, saying she blocked his driveway. And she really did it. Like, it was a little divot that like went in off the road, and they're rich people, so she was just like, you just come on now. Like, she was like, I really would have moved my car. I didn't realize that I blocked someone. But it really wasn't. It wasn't a driveway that was blocked. But anyway, but yeah, they were just saying, like, rich people really just, their lives are relatively easy, so they feel like they need to make up something to be upset about and cause drama over.
Some people, because you know me, like, I came from nothing and I have money now. But like, so I forgot where I came from. But some of the people that I've engaged with that have a lot of money are a bit detached from reality. Like, I think a lot of people are complaining about Katy Perry for this exact reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Katy Perry or Trump not knowing that the word groceries is an everyday word, thinking it's old-fashioned.
What? I didn't hear this.
What? That's a huge thing. What? You didn't hear?
No.
He repeatedly he's gotten up and said groceries. That's not his voice.
Chris, it's a whole new thing every day. I can only take so much.
He has repeatedly gotten up and said, maybe his backtracked on it a bit because somebody probably told him to stop saying it. But he kept getting up and saying groceries. Sort of an old-fashioned word. But
I can hear him saying that, but like...
He's like, it's like sort of like anything that you put in a bag.
Not to be an... Okay, like, never mind. This will be a drag Trump session. Isn't like a lot of his votes allegedly came from people trying to lower the price of groceries? Like, how is this an old-fashioned word when it was literally a point that you were running on?
Because I don't think he knew what... I don't know. I genuinely think it's
literally
just because
a huge point.
Obviously, he doesn't shop for himself. He's not going to the store and buying groceries. Like, he's not doing that.
Yeah,
he's not doing that like Kamala would have. Like,
yeah, like, we knew. We've been new.
Yeah, he's not going to. He spends his time on his resort golfing. Well, somebody does that for him.
You know, we don't buy his groceries, Chris.
We don't
buy his groceries.
It's like we just think he's really, really out of touch with. Like, he just doesn't know what.
That was literally a whole point of why people allegedly voted for him, even though I don't think that was the reason.
He knows nothing. He's straight up saying now that eggs are cheaper than they've ever been, and their prices are almost too low now, and they're the same as they were. I
will say, in some places, I have heard the price dipped a bit, but let's not be serious and say they've been there that low. Like, I still had to, like, there was still a little struggle in the Easter section for eggs, but I mean, if you saw my Easter eggs,
he's fully said the prices have dropped back down to less than half of what they have been, and they're lower than what they were before.
So here's my issue with his base, because, like, for the life of me, I've heard so many effing times, we're voting for him because we want to lower the price of groceries, even though Kamala's plan seemed a lot more sound. Anyways, it literally is like the whole tariff speech seems to make things go up. And while I will say this, the price of eggs have gone down a little bit. They're not as ridiculously high as they were before. Nothing too crazy. They're not the lowest they've ever been. I don't like the whole idea of now they're switching and saying, oh, well, tariffs are patriotic, and I think that like we can tighten the belt up for the long term. I'm like, but if he doesn't do tariffs, that'd be good too. And I'm like, do you hear yourselves? We will lower price things, but if we have to pay more, that'll be fine. But if it doesn't happen, that'd be fine too. Like, what are you voting for?
Basically, you're literally admitting that no matter what he does, you're okay with it.
Like, I'm like, I don't. Am I tripping? Because like, literally, I've heard people say that, and I'm like, so you're just voting for no matter what he does, then? Hey, like, you just like.
He's already gone back and forth. Like, he keeps flip-flopping on the tariffs. He put that huge tariff on China, and now he's already backing down.
Oh, did you see what China did on their the embassy of China did on their Twitter?
What?
They had like a Chinese politician, I can't remember who, just kind of staring at Trump in cartoon mode, and then like just Trump is like trying to raise the tariffs more and more, and they just don't care. Which, by the way, this will totally mess us up with China. China is not to be trifled with. China is literally going to like take all the things, like the positions and roles and jobs and stuff, and just make American stuff and just bootleg it. And like, what's the incentive for them not to? Like, we're like, they feel like, oh, if you want to play hardball, like we can play even more hardball.
It's funny to me that he acts like everybody needs us.
I know Europe is going to be extremely. Apparently, Europe hates America right now. Poland is like shook right now.
It's like this country is literally not even 250 years old yet.
Yeah.
And China has been around for 5,000 years. It's like they don't need us at all. Like they don't need anything from us.
Well, I just don't think China's the one we want to make enemies with because, like, no. And I think he thinks he will have the upper hand, but China could screw us over so many ways Sunday. That's why politics and negotiating. But I think he has this tendency about him where he wants to think he's like the one in charge. And I'm sorry, my dear, that's not how politics works. Like, it's a lot more give and take and compromising, or at least it's supposed to be. But what do I know?
I think he is doing that because he has to.
I find it interesting how even Trump doesn't always, like, he try to talk. I swear, there are moments where Elon's trying to, like, ooh, Trump, you doing too much. And then Trump is like, ooh, Elon, you doing too much. I find it kind of funny how they kind of go back and forth on that.
I think Elon's disappearing, though. I think he's fully said he's leaving now. Because he's gotten tired of the attacks from the left.
With that being said, though, like, the fact that he went to the White House with a sheer agenda to make money is insane to me. Like, like,
the government is supposed to serve the people, and yet they're acting like it's the other way around.
Yeah, I'm like, let's just hypothetically say you're a Trump supporter, whatever. Why do we, like, want the world's richest man to get even more wealth?
Why does he want to get more wealthy? I just don't understand why you need that much money if you're not going to use it to help people.
I don't, Chris. Make it make sense.
Literally, is it just fame? Like, do you just want? Or
apparently, a lot of this backfired. Like, I think he made money off of it. I don't know. From what I gather, he lost a bunch of money and he made a bunch of money. So I don't really know what the tea is.
Tesla definitely went into the crapper.
Yeah, like I heard, like so apparently Trump had it where like all the electric car chargers are all now Tesla ones. They removed all the other ones just so he can get like his money. Which I was like, but why? Like how is that a priority? You know what I mean? Like I just don't like. I don't know. I just the whole money making thing is just such a. I just don't understand. I don't know. Never mind. Don't listen to me. Like people, like this is why I checked out of politics because like I just.
Oh yeah.
I checked out. I was so like by it just. And it's just weird because the stuff people were like saying they wanted. I'm like, you do realize, like, take the him or her. Like, they got to a point where someone said like, oh my God, Trump said this. They're like, yeah, that's amazing. Oh, I met Kamala. Oh, I don't like it anymore. It's like, what? And then there was another one where like, oh, and the left said this. That's terrible. Oh, I meant Trump. My bad. They're like,
It wasn't that bad then, I guess. I like that.
Yeah, and I'm like, can you just like please just take the left and right out of it and just think logically? Like, if I say this is like something like just if I take the names out of it and I say this point happened and it's terrible, that should kind of tell you right away. And don't get me wrong, I'll be the first one to say, ooh, Kamala and Biden, y'all ain't really doing the best job either. But like, you know, I will criticize them too. But I can't always do that with Republicans because I feel like Republicans, like, if you say I didn't agree with what they did that, they're like, yeah, this is why we don't like. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. I said I didn't agree with what they did. I didn't say Trump is right. Like, you know what I mean? like, there's a difference. Don't be spirited now. And I was like, just because I disagree does not mean I want my house on fire. Like, there's levels to this. So, I don't know. I just kind of got a little turned off with some of the rhetoric. Because it just, you know, no one can have a nuanced conversation about this stuff anymore. Like, and it's frustrating more than ever. Like, don't get me wrong. I know a lot of people did not like George Bush, but like I never thought he was malicious. Does that make sense?
Kind of hard to believe that. Like, he actually had kind of a sweet little teddy bearish kind of face. It was kind of hard to be. Not that that has anything to do with it, but like, I never felt like
There was no malice behind it.
Evil.
He felt a bit incompetent. Like that wasn't his purpose in life. Yeah, he didn't seem like that was his purpose.
We have that and evil. Now we have incompetence and evil.
Well, yeah, we all know Bush that wasn't like his calling. Like, I even think he even pretty much kind of like, for all intents and purposes, like, he should have been a painter. I think that's his calling in life. He just wants to be a painter. He just let him be. Even though he's a bit homophobic and stuff too, but I don't know. I just think a lot of the things that people say they want, like for example, we discussed. I think a lot of the Republicans talk about like tightening the belt and saving money and like getting us out of debt. And I'm like, didn't Bill Clinton like do that? Like, wouldn't by like your logic? Well. Yeah, wouldn't your logic?
Very well.
Yeah, like wouldn't that be? I mean. I feel like people like to pit people against each other party-wise as opposed to like what they actually say they want on paper. So I don't know. It's a power thing. It's all about power though, so it's less about like what's actually being done. So yeah. So
you always. I was astounded even when I heard Caleb. When I was talking with Caleb about when we brought up financial stuff, Caleb was like, "Yeah, I've always heard the Republicans always, it's always better financially when Republicans are in charge." I'm like, "Are you serious?" Because.
That's not true.
That's not what the record shows.
That's not. I mean, in our lifetime, at least, in our lifetime.
Yeah, in our lifetime.
If you fully believe
every single time.
If you fully believe that, like in our life, if you believe that it's an old-fashioned thing from like before we were born. So I think people gotta. But then again, I hate to say it. This is why I get frustrated with people and sometimes just check the fuck out. Is because, like, I'm gonna bring up Merle, like, people want to debate you on stuff, and I'm like, he's like, why we only gotta vote between these two people? I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, we had a primary just last month. What's a primary? And I'm like, we are not, you cannot have a fruitful conversation if you don't even know, like, Google's your friend, sweetie. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like, in my mind, I'm not judging people that are uneducated, but, like, I learned this in middle school, and I assume we all did because I went to MPS. MPS is like the broke black schools. It was, as they called it back in the day. They didn't get the money. So I was
homeschooled, so I didn't hear about that. But
okay, but like if you watch the news, you should at least know what a primary is. No.
I know what it is, or I've heard the term. It's just I didn't really. I feel like nobody talks about it, so I don't know about it when it comes around.
Okay, got it. I'm not shaming anybody, but at the same time, I've noticed the people that want to debate me the most are some of the ones that I don't feel are qualified to really have these discussions, because some of the stuff they say, I feel like I have to explain it to them, and they're like, well, what's that? And I'm like, you're the one that want to talk about this. Like, you're the one that want to talk about this. And it's just like, honey, like, I understand there are certain things you're frustrated about. I am too. Like, no one's saying that's not it, but like, if you don't know what some of these concepts, and I'm not the best political strategist either, so like, let's start there. But like, honey, like, if you want to talk about these things, like, I remember when Hillary was talking about Baghdadi, and he's like, Baghdadi? Don't you mean Baghdad? And I'm like, no, like, she said Baghdad wrong, and I'm like, I assure you, she knows what she's talking about. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but so like, it's just stuff like that where I'm like, it's really difficult to go there, and this is why I don't talk about it that much. And I kind of just check out because I'm just like, you know what? I'm exhausted, especially as a black person in America, because I vividly remember they were saying black men don't vote last election. And I'm just like, wow, like, tell me how you really feel, because last I checked, we were like the second highest demographic voting for Republicans. But anyways, y'all just love to say black people don't do anything. And I took a lot of offense to that, because like, people like to kind of like, I think the Democratic Party is very reliant on the black vote. And, in my opinion, they kind of take us for granted, and we always show up. And, like, let's be honest, the gays don't even show up all the time anymore, like, which is astounding. That is a shock to me. Like, the gays don't even...
I feel like they got too comfortable or something.
Particularly a certain demographic of the gays, but...
Yeah, I know.
What do they say, the normal gays? Is that what they called them?
Sure, yeah.
The normal... Is that what they called it?
I was about to say log cabin, but those were the specific ones. I don't think that's a little too specific.
Yeah, I don't know. I know that they call them the normal gays, and I was like, oh.
The normal ones, yeah.
So,
a certain skin tone.
That's a dog whistle in itself. But, I don't know. It's really exhausting, and I just think that I can't always go there anymore, because I just feel like, I remember my dad wanted me to go there like 3 times in a conversation. I had to stop him. I said, I'm not having this conversation with you today.
I'm talking about that.
Like, I already got into an argument with another family member, and we're not even cool after that. I'm not trying to do this right now. And, like, he brought it up 3 times. I had to stop him each time. I'm like, I'm not doing this. Like, you know, like, I already told you. And he's just like, well, what do you think of that? I'm like, I don't always agree with the Democrats to do what they do. Like, I think sometimes, like, they have their problems, too. He's like, yeah, they really are terrible. I'm like, no, I didn't say all that. I'm like, you know, like, just because I don't agree, don't I think someone's terrible and that makes Trump good? Like, no, I didn't say that. Like, I said, I just disagree with some of the way how things were handled. I actually think Kamala wasn't great in the Biden administration, but when she was running, she was doing a great job. But, you know, she also had half the time to run. She barely had any time to put a campaign together. So, but I don't think it would have mattered. I think at the end of the day, you know, she was still a woman of color running in America. And, you know, there's people that, like, just don't want a woman to win. We already know this. You know what I mean? Like, I've literally heard, like, people in my family say, you know, it don't matter how much I agree with her, I just can't have a woman be in charge because it goes against what the Bible says. And I'm like, what? So, you know, it's one of those things where I'm like, you know, it's an uphill battle having a woman run.
Frustrating, because both of our women that have run have been overqualified.
Yeah, I think Hillary, personally, it's funny because Hillary, I don't think was a perfect candidate. I think she had a lot of flaws, but I do think she was qualified. She made it very hard to support her at times, like when she had that whole shtick where Beyonce put hot sauce in her purse, and I was like, really? Like, who is this for? Like,
what?
You remember that? Like,
no.
I got hot sauce in my bag, and they, like, reached into Hillary Clinton's purse, and, like, a whole bunch, like, she pulled out some hot sauce. I'm like, okay, we all know Hillary Clinton does not have hot sauce in her purse. Like, stop. like, do we really think Hillary Clinton's that girl? And, like, she did a few other things where I'm like, oh. But there were also some
go to the polls.
Yeah. Pokemon go to the polls.
Granted, people cheered for that, but I'm also like, oh, that was.
She really thought she ate with that.
That was a little bit cringy.
She thought she ate. I was like, Hillary. I'm sure, like, she probably practiced that in the mirror too. And I'm like, girl, that was not it. I know you. You tried it. But no, I don't know. It's just... I don't know. I also thought it was kind of cringy how, like, when that grab her by the kitty remark by Trump came out, his counter was... Let's get all Bill Clinton's, like, mistresses or whatever. Like, these are the things Bill Clinton did. I'm like, so wait a second. To deflect from your scandal against women, we're going to get her husband's? I was like, don't judge me for what I said, but judge her husband for what he did. I was like, what? It just sounded so... I don't know. You can't make some of this stuff up. But, I don't know. It just... There's just so much stuff, and I think as a black gay person, it shows me what certain people can get away with and what I can't, and it just, you know what I mean? It just gets very much like, wow, the bar is set very low for some people, but for us, we gotta try a little harder to get half. And I grew up with that mentality of you have to work twice as hard to get half. I get that. It's not fun, but, you know, I think we all kind of know that at the end of the day. But oh my goodness, though, like... I will say this, though, I'm kind of checked out from this. I feel like every day there's a whole new thing that's trending, and everyone's like, what do you think of this? And I'm just like, I'm so checked out. Like, I am just...
I don't think it's a whole new thing every day. I think it's several new things every day.
I know, like, oh God, Chris. Like, that's how I feel every time. And people are like, what did you think? And I'm just like, I don't think about it anymore. I will come back next election. I can't get caught up in this no more. And that's another thing too, like, I think everybody wants you to kind of get, like, what is it where people get, like, so enraged? And, like, kind of like when people were using abortion as a talking point. And I'm like, I just don't got it in me. Like, you know what I mean?
It's all strange because I feel like abortion is one of the easiest. It's one of the most controversial topics, and I think it's one of the easiest to shut down. But in my mind, but it's not for people. Not that easy.
I've known enough women on both sides of the street to kind of have a little bit of grace because, like, I just wish people knew about abortion. It's not like pro-killing babies. Like, that's.
It's not what anybody. Oh my God!
But
they
people
get to are so bad, but they're just like, you like killing babies. No, it is not about that. You know it's not. Don't even try to be that ignorant.
So when I was younger, that's what was told to me. I was like, they want to kill their babies, and I'm like, I don't. That is not what they're doing. Like, you know, I just think that, like, and you know the part that kind of crunches my kitty. If men could give birth, you best believe that abortion would be totally I think we need to make some exceptions. These men need to work. Like, they're the breadwinners of their family. They can't be getting bogged down by a baby.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I find it so funny. There's somebody like, I don't know. I have so many things to say from my gay point of view that nobody asked. And I feel like as gay people, we're kind of neutral parties to a degree.
Sure.
But, oh crap. But I don't know, there's kind of some femme-phobic gays too. Like, I do think there's a stigma with feminine energy. Like, even amongst gays. I think a lot of gays don't even like feminine energy sometimes.
Well, like, I've exponentially grown with that. Because it was never that I was totally... Well, no. I think there may have been a stigma.
Well, I personally
still hate it in and of myself. I hate it. Like, when I hear my voice recorded back, and I'm just like, ooh, that's way more feminine than what I hear when I'm speaking.
No, you have a good voice. I've always thought you had a beautiful voice.
That's the thing. I think I actually do have a very nice sounding voice. It's just feminine sounding to me when I hear it back.
I think everyone doesn't like the sound of their voice. I think everyone gets a little cringe to everybody.
Sure, I'm just when I hear my voice played back, I think, ooh, F word. Like, that's where my mind goes. I'm just like, ooh, you sound like such, yeah. So I'm just like, oh man, I didn't know it was that bad. And I'm
you
like,
apologize.
I like the tone of my voice. I really like the tone of my voice. It's just, it's feminine. And yeah, it bothers me a little bit because I'm just like, ooh, but then I'm just like, why does that bother me though? I shouldn't. It's just the way I speak.
No, I think your voice has like a warm component to it, and I think it differentiates you from most men. I wouldn't even say feminine. I think it's warm. You have a warmth to your voice and calmness, and I think that's not always really associated with masculine men all the time. Like, And that's with men because it comes off as like more of a feminine trait. It's just my opinion.
Sure.
But
I wouldn't have expected it to be anything for you either way because you enjoy mixing of the energies.
Yes, like for example, I don't like when men are too masculine. My type has never been a super masculine man. I actually prefer my type is always I don't want to say androgynous because that's not entirely true. I like when men can embrace certain qualities. For example, I just think that cooking is not a feminine trait, and I think people associate cooking with feminine. And I just personally feel that, like, if that's a feminine quality, I just really feel that, like, you know, that's a quality that looks great in a man. I think that I actually think men that can be a bit submissive is attractive too. I think men that can be a bit androgynous are attractive. I like my nerdy men that are can be a bit shy. I like soft, gentle, calm men. And these are traits that are associated with, I guess, women sometimes. And I like a man that can probably, like, you know, be a good dad, like that type of energy too. And I guess that's not always associated with, like, masculinity. I don't understand why, but, like, I think over-ripped super gym bro type is just too masculine. Actually, like, even with, like, looking at men, like, I would prefer a, more of an average build. I mean, nice tone's nice, but, like, super ripped, no. I don't even know what I'd do with all that. Like,
I wish. I feel like I'm burned into that ideology. Oh my god, like I was coming home today from work and I guess one of my neighbors was outside walking around with no shirt on and I just saw, oh my god, the pecs.
Yeah, I'm sure it can be objective. It's objectively attractive, but it's not my type. Like, for example, if I'm playing Marvel Rivals, like, I'm not going for, like, Hulk with the muscles, you know, like, I don't know, I also like intellects, too, men that have intelligence, and I think that a lot of times, it's hard to be the whole package where you're ripped, and you're smart, and you're caring, like, you know, usually your skill points lean one direction, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I think that on that topic, I think that's a big thing because there's this guy I see on TikTok all the time. I think his name is like Body by Sean or something like that. He's in very good shape. He's a very good-looking guy, traditionally. But he is like pretty much the definition of that, what I said earlier, log cabin gay. Very Republican. He desires his men to be extremely masculine, no feminine qualities whatsoever for him or the guys that he looks for. Very into sports, just all the typically masculine things. And he's ashamed of the gay community. He doesn't like, you know, anything that is not what he considers normal.
I will also say this: every time I'm saying this, I'm not trying to say people should date more femme-leaning men or anything like that, because honestly, we don't want you. Like, like, no one's trying to, like, force that on anybody. I just personally think that, like, there is beauty in quote-unquote feminine qualities, like cooking, being like more of a stronger parent, even if it's motherly to a degree. Androgynous clothing and stuff and features.
That's fine. Like, sometimes I'm just so perplexed by what people consider to be masculine versus feminine.
Me too.
When they assign those energies to inanimate things,
like specifically colors too. Like, I've heard purple
food.
Food. Like, strawberries for girls, purples for girls.
Yogurt,
I'm like,
that's a girly thing. Steak, that's for men.
Yeah.
It's like, why? It's food.
Well, I know. I've heard purple's a girl color. I'm like, is it? Okay.
Purple is a girl color?
I've heard that before.
Why does it matter? I don't. Yeah, it's so strange to me. It's like, how did this happen?
I'm like, no,
it changes. It changes because like, fashion is a little bit different, but high heels were originally made for men,
and makeup was gender neutral too.
And then it became more of a feminine thing. So it's like, this is all. I don't understand why people can't understand what the concept of a like societally established role for things, like they don't understand that this can change. This is like they just don't get it.
Well, I also think too people get kind of caught up on what people wear, and like, don't get me wrong, unless someone's wearing like, I don't know, like a tattered, like clearly got like put through a blender outfit or something, like that's different. Like if you like literally just kind of came out of like a tornado or something, like, whoa, what happened to you? Like, I typically, and I say this as a fashion designer too, I'm typically not paying that close attention to what people wear. Like, I think that, like, as a designer, I get complimented every time I step out the door with my clothes. But, particularly by women, like, a lot of women, like, I guarantee you, if I'm, like, not wearing my PJs or something like that day, my PJs, like, women are typically, like, commenting either my hair, my makeup, my clothes, whatever. And it's great, and it's usually the demographic between like 20s and 30s, or you know what I mean? And I'm very flattered by that. I love that. It's just, I've noticed that straight men kind of don't know what to do with me. Like, and not even in a negative way, they're like perplexed. Like, when they do have the nerve to come up and talk to me, they're like, I always know they're going to say something because they're staring like a little bit too hard, like they want to walk up and say something to you, but they don't know how to. And they're like, yeah. I'm not usually like this, but you're really pretty. And I'm like, I know, sweetie. Like, I spotted you a mile away staring, burning like lasers in the back of my head. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's funny because when I say that to them, I've said that to straight guys before, and when I say I know, like, they just get even more confused. Like, you weren't supposed to say that! Like, you know? Yeah. Like, you knew I liked it, you know? But, like...
You're really pretty and very sure of yourself?
But no, I will say that. I think a straight man either... I think it's really only two things. I think, like, more people are bisexual than they know, or two... you're really comfortable in your sexuality. If you can say, hey, a gay man looks nice. Like, I think he looks great. Like, you know, yeah. I think it's one of the two things.
That's it. I was going to bring up with that other guy. So that...
I can say women look nice. Doesn't mean I'm not trying to sleep with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It makes men less attractive when they're super masculine and they want to appear...
No homo, bro.
It makes them less attractive in that case.
Yeah, no.
Whereas if a guy is very masculine...
It seems very insecure.
Very comfortable.
Yeah.
And very... Except, like, Michael, for instance, my other friend Michael. Like, he's extremely masculine, but... very, very much an ally in every regard. Very comfortable with himself. He'll call guys hot, even though he's obviously not sexually attracted to them. Like, that is attractive to me.
And like I said,
I am attracted to the masculine energy, but he's also a good person.
Like I said, I'm a fashion designer. It's my job to know what looks good, even if, like, I'm not trying to sleep with a woman. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can say she's stunning, she would look good on the runway. I'm also not trying to sleep with her. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So, but I don't think... I think a lot of straight men don't understand that. Like, it's just, like, does not compute. You know what I mean? Yeah. And, it's kind of sad, to be honest. Because, like... But I also think there's also... I've noticed... And this is not a one-size-fits-all. I think there are some... I said this to you before, but I think there are some men that are, if bisexuality was more normal, I think they would be bisexual. I just think if it has legs, they can get it in there, they probably would.
That's what I've heard from a lot, that probably even most people are actually bisexual.
Yeah. That's why I think there's a lot of girls that are just naturally bisexual and they just don't think twice about it, because it's a bit more...
The problem is, I can't even speak to that because I don't think I am bisexual. I really think I'm just 100% gay.
Yeah, I'm
or
pretty gay too.
Let's say
I mean, like, if
of...
Rihanna was like, I would make an exception for Rihanna, but I would have a bisexual moment for Rihanna.
I think about it, it's like, obviously there's girls, like, for instance, Diana Agron, Winfrey Bray from Glee. Like, I think she is the most gorgeous thing. Her voice, speaking and singing, are beautiful to me. I think she's gorgeous. So I say, like, oh, maybe her, but then it's really not real sexual attraction. It's just because I greatly admire her and just find her to be absolutely...
Chris, I just want to be her friend.
Or be her. Like, I'd like to be her.
I actually thought Princess Diana was extremely mesmerizing too, though.
Sure, yeah, and I love that. But to me, it's like, I don't really think it's sexual. I just really, really admire them. And
yeah, I'm that way too. If Rihanna was on the streets, I'm not like, ooh, girl, let me get at you, like, either. Like, none of that. No, I'm not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, no, if Rihanna in all of her, like, goddessness asked me out on a date, I'd be like, ooh, I'm gonna go on a date with Rihanna. All y'all are just gonna have to live and cope. You know what I mean? It's Rihanna. Who's gonna say no? But, like, but with that being said, though, and I think celebrity has something to do with it too. I feel like with celebrities, I think there is something very mesmerizing about them. Like, you get starstruck no matter their gender or anything. And I think that that can be a bit of a, like, a, you know what I mean? Like, and I imagine other celebrities, like, that's why you hear about so many, like, bisexual celebrity stories, is I think a lot of them are very starstruck and mesmerized by each other. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, obviously, you've heard of... you've heard a lot of bisexual women celebrities, but it's usually the men that are a lot more hidden about it, and you find out sometime later.
Yeah.
Like James Dean and Marlon Brando and all that. Apparently they were a thing, and they also hooked up with Eartha Kitt. 200 silver ingots and 150 supple lumbers. And a raw diamond. But, I don't know, there are some things that, I find sexuality still very an interesting topic, and it's just, I don't know, I don't think it's a taboo thing, but some people really consider it very taboo to this day.
We're gonna play anything together?
Girl, what gave you that idea? Yeah, we can. I just want to finish this day up.
I command you to stop now.
No, I don't know. Some of this stuff really perplexes me, though. I think some of this stuff is just, it's weird, because I feel like, in my mind, personally, I thought we made better progress with some of these topics before, and then, like, nowadays, I feel like we've kind of regressed in certain topics, which is kind of sad.
Yeah?
Yeah, so it's... I don't know.
I feel like people are saying Gen Z seems to have much more sided their ideals with the older generation.
Yeah, that's insane to me. Like, I don't really know what to do with that.
I don't even know, like, why did that happen? I'm so like, what's wrong?
Yeah, because usually every generation has a semblance of more progressiveness, and I just think that this last generation really dropped the ball with that one.
Maybe it's the regularity of the internet to do with it, because it wasn't really... It was just becoming a thing as we were growing older.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I do feel that like Gen Z is I feel like with like the 70s and 80s we did a lot of like civil rights stuff. We did a lot of the free love, and then we had like the 90s had a very big push for girl power and stuff, and there was a lot of in my opinion, a lot of things that I thought were very progressive. And like I think that we had in the 2000s we had a lot of pro LGBT stuff. Then as it went on, we had a lot of how do I word this nicely? We had language to things we did not have before, like pronouns and different types of sexuality. Like no one knew what demisexuality was, and like all these things before. And I think we got a lot better at like giving people identities that they didn't have before. And this is all great and stuff. I just think that the newest generation is not contributing to the progression of that thing like the previous ones have. And I'm a little sad because, there's always I feel each generation teaches us something, and I'm like, I don't know. I guess there just really wasn't anything that we really kind of, It's fine. I'm just a little disappointed.
Yeah. Dude.
I don't know. I mean, this was just all the rambles of, Okay. I don't know, but someone said something else. I don't know, the other day. They said something I was brave or something. I can't remember. And I'm like, I'm sure it may seem that way, but like, I just really love being gay. Like, I just can't fathom going back in the closet or anything like that. That'd be just like, I think one lady said it best. Like, they're like, "You're so brave," and I'm like, she's like, "No, a human." Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's a stark difference between being brave and human, and like, I think that we're like in an age where people kind of like the fact that just being human is so. People kind of got it twisted where like just being yourself now is an act of bravery and stuff, and it's like no, like that's I don't want to say it's stupid, but like how do I word this? I'm really struggling to find my words today. No, I just. And that's another thing too. Unless you're like a clan member, like I'm all for people living their best lives. You know what I mean?
Right.
As long as you're not hurting anybody or like doing anything too like outlandishly crazy, like trying to make money off the administration. I think we're all for the most part collectively like should be Gucci with like okay, I mean, there are moments as when I was a kid and stuff where I'm like, ooh, what's that? That's different. Like, I never seen, like, a mohawk before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, I don't know. It's just, it's weird to me that, like, there's so many things that don't affect people's lives that they can get so caught up on. Like, to the point where like it becomes their whole personality. Like they must be stopped, and I'm like, I assure you, it's not that serious. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
But I don't know. It's hard because I don't know. I'm the kind of person that will go for the Latinx march, the women's march. Like, I will support and stand up for people that I'm not even a part of their demographic. So, like, unicorn. Oh, there it goes. What should I name the unicorn? Yuna? Yuna the unicorn?
Unicorn.
We're naming Yuna the unicorn. There we go. Let's see. I got a unicorn. You remember that song? Always, I wanna be with you, make believe with you. I got a unicorn! Yay! Yeah, but I will say this: I am extremely grateful to have grown up in like the early 2000s or the 2010s. 2005. No, we're gonna say 2010s to like. That was a very amazing time to be celebrated in the gay world. Good music, just the energy was in the right place. First black president, like a lot of that stuff was magnificent. That was a lot of fun too. Oops, I almost forgot. What is this? I need 200 silver ignite, 150 lumber, supple lumbers. Silver supple. I also think one of the things I can't stand about Republicans, though, in general, is they make so much of their identity around, like, otherizing people. Like, yeah. I remember there was a huge point of contention back in, like, the 90s about Don't Ask, Don't Tell, and, like, you know. I think that's a Democrat thing, though. I think Bill Clinton created Don't Ask, Don't Tell. And he regretted it, he said. But I think that there's so much... There's just like so much animosity around certain people just existing, whether it's gay people and even women to a certain extent, where I'm just like, what is your deal? Like Latinos, that's like, it's like there's so much of like an ick factor. Like we're even sending back people that are like citizens here. And they're like, oh well. And I'm like, like, what do you mean, oh well? Like that is not okay. Like I couldn't even spend the night in prison for in a cell for a day, let alone.
Yeah, even if you admitted you made a mistake and tried to fix it, like you made me spend time in prison for even just a night. That's horrible.
I know. Like that is no joke. People say, "Oh, just one night." I'm like, think again. Like that's still not like.
You just took my freedom away, and I didn't do anything wrong.
Well, it's not even that. Like, a night in prison is, like, not fun. Like, even if it's just for a night, and everyone makes it seem like it's just nothing. And I'm like...
And it's not just that for a lot of people. I mean, I heard there are people that have starved to death now. Like...
And died for just one night. I've heard of that, too. And, like, don't get me wrong. Like, there are worse things in life, but, like, the fact that, like... They're just so whatever about it, like... Meanwhile, this man has how many felonies and still can't get arrested is insane to me. I also thought the bar was set super low, too. I'm like, dang, this man has a lot of felonies and, like, is still in the White House. Y'all just... I don't want to ever hear about, like, us black folks are criminals and stuff ever again after this, when y'all over here voting this man in, because, like... Or, like, you don't deserve to get a job because you have a record and stuff. Like, nah, you seem to have no problem with that up until now, Buttercup. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. It just gets cringy. Like, you can't get a job with a record in any other job in any other place, but it's acceptable as long as it's the White House. Like, you know?
Yeah.
I don't get it. I do have a feeling, though, that one day people are going to look back on the Trump administration the same way they look on the OJ stance situation, where, like, you know how people were very pro OJ Simpson? Even though, like, clearly he like, was guilty. Like, it wasn't even kind of, like, remotely close if he was or not, it just was.
Yeah.
I think people are going to look back on him like that. Like, oh, we all knew he was, we just wanted it, like, you know what I mean? People are going to walk that back one day, and people are going to kind of distance themselves as if they were never really, like, down for him like that. Good thing the internet got receipts. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. We playing Marvel Rivals after this?
After what?
After this day, I'm about to go to bed in this game.
This day that's lasted forever.
Has it?
I think it's been a while. Almost 30 minutes.
Ew. Ew. Coffee grows in the spring. Do I want to get that? Oh, crap! Alright. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I want to play Stardew Valley with a few of us, but I'm also just really not, like... Oh, can I just tell you what the newest thing that I just am, like, that's not even that new. I've never been a fan of this. When people talk badly about you or gossip about you or unfriend you and then try to re-add you, I'm like, please respect yourself and don't. You know what I mean?
Backtracking it.
Like, I am always the person people always, like, have some issue with, but then they're like, oh yeah, Jinx is actually, like, that fish. Let me add them back. Like, they're that girl. I forgot I loved him. And girl, you be having that too.
What? What?
You have people doubling back, spinning back around the block. Like me. Chris, I wasn't gonna say it in your stream, but... Okay, with that being said, I rarely spin around the block for everybody, though. I really don't. Like, there are some people where I'm just like... The people I have spun around the block for, like, some of them I'm just like... How do I... Ooh, I need to choose my words carefully. We're on a stream. I heard that! Yeah, I just... It's like, girl, stop talking about the tea. The ingredients are listening. Yeah, no, there was just, I will tell you when we were off the stream. But, no, there's just some moments where, like, you know... I think I had a post about this, too. Like, I'm glad when people don't apologize to you anymore, because I feel like when they don't apologize, you know exactly where the F they stand. Like, if they really wanted to do right by you, they would do right by you. Like, you know, you're worth that. If you know your worth, you're like, no, I am still that girl. Like, you know what I mean? You just... You're just... You're just another AL. Alice, you remember that? You remember that? You're just... another AL. I can't even say it.
That's so rad.
She didn't say it like that, though. But no, I think that sometimes that's all the closure you need from certain people, and that is O-F-N-K. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I think so many times we get caught up on it. They should apologize to me. They did me so dirty. You know what, Sharon? Maybe that person's just a piece of crap. Like, maybe you don't need an apology from them. Matter of fact, it's probably behoove you not to get an apology for them because that'll give them an excuse to kind of come back into your lives. And you'll have to figure out if they changed or not. They haven't changed. Leave them be. They are dead to you. Do not disrespect. Do not disrespect the dead. Let them sleep. So, no, I just think that sometimes all the closure you need is they're still who they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I promise you, like, what would really shook me if Joshua came up out of the woodwork. It's like, I'm sorry, guys. You guys want to be friends? Then we should all be, our alarm bells should be like, huh? You know, what? You know, be concerned. Like, it is okay. It's probably better if people are terrible and you don't have to spend all this time trying to discern if they're actually a good person again. That's a waste of time. You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. It is okay. Let them be terrible humans over there. But I've learned that it's a blessing when people don't apologize. And you know, it's funny too, because, I feel a lot of people, from my experience, that try to double back around, they usually try to do it through my friends. Like, they want to conveniently introduce themselves to the people around me, and I'm thinking to myself, but why? Like, you know, like, why are you, like, you have no power here, be gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they always try to like, hi, like, oh, I didn't know you knew that. Like, no, yes, you did. That was supposed to be like your little in. Every single time I'm not cool with someone, they try to like, without fail, at least 75% of them try to get to either Michael or Kayla or the people closest to me or like people new people. It's always funny because it's always people that like people they don't know, and they always feel the need to compel themselves to just introduce them. So I'm like, oh, okay, like. Like, and just kind of sitting around and, oh, hi, like, pretend I'm not there. Like, no, you came over here explicitly to talk to these people because I was there. Like, you don't be doing that to other people. Just feeling the spirit of introductions.
Yeah.
So, it's just kind of, like, irksome because I'm still a big believer. If I don't care for you, can stay over there. Like, I don't have to talk to you ever again. And I'm good. Like, I am Gucci. But yeah, if somebody can't say to you, like, hey, you know... And you know another thing, too, that's been, like, the top contender in my life of, like, people trying to find their way back in, and it's happened numerous times now, and I'm starting to get a little annoyed by it.
That.
It's been happening quite a few times, and, like, I'm starting to lose count a little bit. But people using death as an excuse to, like, reconnect. Like, it's kind of like a little bit of a low blow, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, part of me wants to be like, that's really sorry, but like, so and so passing away really isn't an excuse for us to kind of like continue where we left off. Like, yes, life is short, but that means I just shouldn't share it with shitty people. I'm sorry. The stuff that goes down in my mind, I swear, like, I really kind of filter myself drastically, like, sometimes. Yeah, but I don't know. People will say you're a mean person if you're really not expressing interest in wanting to reopen up a relationship or establish boundaries. Like, it's kind of wild to me because, I don't know. I'm just a big believer of, like, you have to protect yourself from scummy people sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
And I hate to say it too, but like I've learned, especially the older we get, people don't change sometimes. Like they just. I would like to say I hope I evolved as a person, though. I hope so. I know that people don't change, but I would like to think I've experienced a lot of character growth over the years. Bogus.
I was like, I know we want. Girl,
get your horse-headed laugh out of here.
It was like, we're fishing for something.
Oh no! You know what? I know I have. I don't really need your opinion on that. I am character development incarnate. Ain't nobody need your opinion. Your raggedy, stagnating opinion that didn't grow at all. Bogus.
I'm pretty sure both of us have changed quite a bit.
No, we have. Honestly, I feel you have a lot too. I feel like you were, when I first met you, like this closeted Republican. And I think and you were also very religious, and you were also shaken by a lot of things, and I'm just like, that's not that serious. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There were definitely some stuff where, like, I remember you like, Wanda Sykes, she's evil.
That's weird.
You were so shook by, like, Wanda. I'm like, Wanda Sykes? Like, really? Who's shook by Wanda Sykes? Oh, come on. I remember being so confused. I was like, I don't know a single person doesn't think Wanda Sykes isn't funny. By the way, saw her live. She's hilarious. And if you don't know, you just don't know. But, no, okay. The red one is, floral extract? You're a prisoner of my bed. Ride the pony. Yeah, but part of me wants to make like the perfect farming simulator. I think that'd be so much fun, but like at the same time, Um,